all started to make sense for you?
It did, because I didn't want to be a filmmaker growing up. I didn't even know what filmmaking was growing up. I used to watch Oprah and Katie Couric, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be you. And I worked at West Virginia University's radio station. I had a very thick accent. People would call in and make fun of me. And so I asked my roommates, my college roommates who were from Baltimore, to teach me how to talk differently.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a loss, I feel, from that. And it's probably one of the reasons why I love documenting people that are authentic. Like, I don't know if I'm authentic, but I think the people I find are very authentically who they are, and that's what draws me to them.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. For your entertainment, Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Or call 800-765-8255. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
Thank you, Mr. Announcer. Hello, West Virginia. We're back for more in the 304. Time to get it done in this 681. Time to start this 3-hour audio tour for Friday, January 30th, 2026. Metro News Hotline. Metro News Hotline comes to you from the Salango Law Studios. Visit salangolaw.com. All right. Matt Guitar Murphy, you're my producer today?
Well,
Coop's out of the box today?
Ryan,
you're the
kind of.
Okay.
Coop?
He might be back remotely. Right?
Are you there, Coop?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Look at that guy. I can even see him.
You can see him.
I can see him.
Man, I need you to do me a favor, if you could.
Okay.
Could you describe my virtual background?
Well, I made your little box so small. What is that? So it's oh no.
Where is he?
Well, so it's it looks like a third world football background here, post Armageddon. And it's the Packers and the Steelers, and it looks like I don't know, is that an eagle? I don't know.
A Seahawk, perhaps?
I got it.
I was trying to avoid saying the word.
All right.
Because
recording in progress.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
that's good.
We got everybody on here now.
What a relief. All right, that's good.
I don't know what's going on here. All of a sudden, all these voices popped up. We got the TriCaster and everything here.
All right, so Matt's the producer. Coop's in the box. Ryan, you're the bombardier on this mission.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty good. We're ready to go. We're good to go.
I have no idea how many people are here.
All right. It's Jordan Degrees. Okay. It's
Jordan Love?
It's Jordan. No, Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan
Bill
Degrees.
Belichick's girlfriend?
Michael Jordan Degrees.
There's a lot of Jordans out there, Dave.
So that's 23. But think of an athlete who doesn't wear 23 for Jordan, that just wears 23 because 23 is a cool number. Could you think of it? Well, we got a few. How about Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball? He wore 23. David Beckham.
I thought you meant now. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And there are teams that Jordan didn't even play for that have retired 23.
That's how good he was.
Yeah, he was really good at the basketball. So Coop, you're at home today. How are things at home?
It's kind of a mass unit around here. There's some
Okay.
things going on. You know, my wife is always the one taking care of everybody else, and she's the last one of us to get the sickness. So you know, I'm trying to be the trying to help out a little bit and not cause too much of a ruckus.
All
So
right, fair enough.
that's what I'm doing at the
Fair
moment.
enough. I think our main story today is we're trying to realize how we're going to handle a weekend without football. There's no football this weekend. There's the Pro Bowl.
That's
but-
not football.
Thank
If we
you.
confirm they're playing that, they are doing that. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. But there is no football. When was the last time we had a weekend with no football?
I don't know. Look, one thing I do want to tell you, though, if you want to hear a former pro be mad at the Pro Bowl, listen to Carl Lee's podcast from this past week. He is mad at the Pro Bowl. So mad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You know what? I heard coming in today that the candidates for the Browns job had to take a test, and one of the questions on the test was, how would you handle the development of Shedeur Sanders? That was one of the questions.
Is that like a building?
No, he's a player.
Like
He's
the
a
Burj
carbon-based
Khalifa?
life form that's a quarterback for the Browns.
Oh, it's a person.
It's a person. It's an actual person.
Are they fully grown? I hope their development's going okay.
Yeah. So Todd Monken, who's the new coach of the Browns, the former offensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens, he must have answered that question correctly. He must have answered that question correctly. Coop, you know, I told Ryan this. We got a question for Ryan. Did you see that in the text line yesterday?
I think I sent it to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
You've seen it already?
Yeah, I have.
Oh man. So
Well,
you've already
And
prepared
now
your
he's prepared
answer.
to answer it, though. He's
Yeah.
prepared to answer it.
Oh,
now, though.
okay. Well, I want to get your I want to get to this question and see what you think about this. Okay, 301-221. Hey Ryan, video game question. If you were forced to play one game for 24 hours, from these choices, what would it be? Ms. Pac-Man, Pole Position, or Dig Dug? Thanks in advance. That's Todd in Hedgesville.
Very retro. Very retro. I'd go with Miss Pac-Man.
Really?
Yeah, because Pac-Man in and of itself is pretty good. I guess Dig Dug would be a close a second because they're both pretty good. I've never heard of Pole Position, though. I've never heard of that one.
Coop, do you know that one? Pole Position?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
'cause
played it all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
It was one of the early racing games, just a racing game. I think it was an Atari game, if I remember, on the old clicky joysticks.
There you go. I wanted to start with this because we don't get that many questions about Ryan's video game knowledge, but we could probably use some more.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make that available to our listeners. So you can go ahead and jump in there if you want to.
I am a font of useless video game information.
So, Coop, you're good to go for you'll be here for buy or sell?
I'll be here for buy sell. Sure. I'll be
Okay.
here for buy sell. I think I can do that.
You're going to be here for in or out?
I might be able to do that too.
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's right around dinner time. You could be in the kitchen.
Well, that's what I was thinking, and I don't know how everybody will be by then. But yeah, I might be able to do in or out too. We'll see how that
All
goes.
right. Man, not to be a downer, but did you see the Catherine O'Hara story?
Yeah, man.
Catherine.
Actually, my poor wife, as sick as she is, that's the one thing that broke through today was that Catherine O'Hara died. That's just terrible.
Yeah, she wasn't really even that old. She was 71 years old, and
Yeah,
Schitt's Creek, and she was the mom on Home Alone. And man, I'm old enough to remember she was hilarious on Second City TV. She used to play this character named Lola Heatherton that was just hilarious. And so that is bad news. And usually those things come in threes. So we're kind of on the watch there. Kind of on the watch. WVU Basketball, West Virginia at the Coliseum tomorrow, taking on Baylor. Baylor has been really struggling. Now, you know what? We had Kevin Kinder on the show yesterday, and he was giving me a couple of the reasons why he thinks West Virginia should be concerned about this game. Personally, I don't know, man. I'm not that really concerned about it. Marshall's on the road tomorrow. They're in Jonesboro, Arkansas, to take on Arkansas State. Matt, you've been everywhere. You ever been to Arkansas?
Not yet. Well, I saw it once from Memphis across the river, but I didn't go across the bridge.
There you go.
Oh gosh, who let this guy in?
Yeah, Matt. Chris Lawrence is going to sit down. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
this is how you get to Jonesboro, Arkansas. You fly to Memphis, and then it's about a 2-hour drive from there.
Okay.
And if I remember right, Jonesboro, Arkansas is I think it's a dry county.
Does it not have its own airport?
If it does, in every game I've ever done at Arkansas State, it was too expensive to fly there.
Oh,
but I tell you what, though, it's one of those towns, and you see a lot of those towns in the southeast where there's just like one main drag that just keeps going and going and going and going. It just kept expanding out. Chris, you'll appreciate this. Chris Lawrence joins us from the Morning News. I did a game there one time where we gave away a deer stand.
You told me that, and the guys watched it from the tree stand.
Yeah,
I like that.
They got into it, and we got a camera up there in the second half of the game watching them from the tree stand.
That's something Glenville State could do.
I think so, too.
Glenville's got enough guys that would show up just to get the tree stand and get a chance at it.
Do you realize that Coop has remoted into the program today?
Did not realize that. Where is he?
He's in the box.
No, wait.
I'm right here.
Yeah, well, where are you? Where do you want us to believe you are, Coop, with your background?
Well, I mean, my background is just simply something I made to troll you and Matt, which is my Seahawk, which is actually a Godzilla Seahawk mashup, which was my tribute to Ryan because he had to be included in this as well. And he's standing on the remains of the entire NFL, including the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and holding up a giant piece of industry that says Super Bowl. You know,
nice.
So I'm just at home in my kitchen, to be honest with you, but I just wanted to make a background that reflected, kind of my mood at the moment.
I was hoping
my entire family being sick.
I was hoping you'd turned yourself into a cat. Like that guy did. The guy was talking to the judge. He goes, "I swear, sir, I'm not a cat." We all know.
Every single thing that I have that has one of those overlays, I try to figure out ways to disable it so that doesn't happen to me.
You know what, Coop? We're in this weird weekend where there's no football, and the Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara is a week from Sunday. The Seattle Seahawks are in the game. We really haven't talked too much about it. Are you starting to really gaining momentum into a rush of Super Bowl fandom next week for Seattle? Because we really haven't talked too much about it, honestly.
Well, you're the host of the show. I've been waiting.
If it had been the Steelers, we'd have been talking about it for 2 straight weeks ad nauseum.
You know that.
The Monday Sound of Sports with 11 billion Steelers clips is the answer to that. But of course, yeah, man, I'm hyped. I mean, I'm not a guy that will watch. Now I'll go to local media. I like reading the local Seattle media and stuff like that. I'll go to the local media and I'll read that stuff, and I have a good time reading that. There's a couple podcasts I listen to that is from the Seattle area that I listen to. But other than that, I don't engage in any of the. I don't really care for like the Fox or ESPN stuff. I'll watch the game when it comes on. I'm not going to be really overly. I don't know. I'll probably end up watching the main storylines in the pregame. I bet next week.
What's your food going to look like?
I'm ready.
What's your food going to look like for the game party? I mean,
I've been so sick I can't think about it right now. I'm going to have to recover for a few days so I can really lay out a good food plan.
We better get Chef Paul on the line for an intervention here. I mean,
hey, Coop, listen. I mean, with your wife's, she's ill, but are they just sitting there on the couch watching you do this?
My kid is feeling just good enough where, let's just say she's doing like something productive. She's fine.
Nice. That was cryptic.
Honestly, I mean, I'm looking at her right there, and she's watching something. I don't know. It's approved. It's fine. And my wife's super sick. My wife would have been asleep if I wouldn't be running my mouth. But she's just trying to keep from. She's just trying to keep from being awake if she can.
Well, we apologize for keeping.
I'm the one that did this. I wanted to. I mean, I had to show you this picture. That was pretty much the reason I wanted.
Hey, this is the first time we've ever done this.
First time we've ever done it. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. All right, you guys got your topics for buy or sell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You got yours? Is it sports related?
No.
Ryan, is your buy or sell topic sports related today?
No.
Does
we've known each other for like 9 years now.
So does the setup begin with a question for me?
It does, actually. Yeah.
Of course it does.
And then a history lesson.
Yeah.
Of course it does. Coop, I know you got yours ready. You ready to go?
I mean, I am. I'm just trying to remember if it was a sports one or not. I wrote it the other day, and I can't remember what it was now. But it is. It's not sports related, but it's so close to being sports related that it will pass.
All right,
If
mine.
that makes any sense.
By the time you guys get to buy or sell, I'm going to be in bed. So
That's probably right. That's right. Hey, what is going on with West Virginia Outdoors tomorrow? What are you doing?
let's see. Well, we will preview Groundhog Day, which is Tuesday or Monday.
Oh man, that's right.
French Creek Freddy's sticking his head out to a crowd of people wondering what in the world's going on. So we'll talk to a representative of the Wildlife Center about that. And with snow on the ground, this is the time of year that they do a lot of work down in Logan County to research with the monitoring of the elk herd health. So they tranquilize them, change out the collars on them, if the GPS collars, do a lot of health checks on them, and some of the young of the year, they put a collar on them for the first time.
So what's the other groundhog? Isn't there one at Concord?
Yeah, Concord Charlie.
Concord Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't get as much PR.
Maybe it's the name.
I mean, they try. I mean, the Concord people are constantly sending me material.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a breakfast.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There you
a lot
go.
of suits. And
This is a little bit different for you this weekend as opposed to last weekend, right?
well, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, we had the big.
Oh, that's right.
The,
Yeah, the
big
hunting
outdoor
fishing show.
You were on your throne up there. How have
I
you
don't know about
forgotten?
Well,
Royalty.
I thought you were referring to the winter storm because that pretty much dominated everything. Although they had a great turnout Friday and Saturday. They had to cancel Sunday, but
Did you go home Friday night?
Yeah.
Or you did?
yeah,
Okay. Did you have any trouble getting back in there last Saturday morning?
nope.
Oh, that's good.
Wasn't snowing Saturday morning.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Going home Saturday night, it was starting to snow, and then when I got up Sunday morning to go to the show, I looked out the window and my grill had icicles all the way to the porch deck, and I said, "I'm going back to bed."
Hey, man, don't you have another outdoor show coming up in a couple of weeks with Morgantown, right?
Well, before that, I've got one in Williamson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Nice.
Next month I'll be in Williamson, and then the Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show in Morgantown is the first weekend in March. So that's coming up.
All right. Hey,
Are
look,
you coming up for it?
to the one in Morgantown?
Yeah. There's always a lot of demand for Dave Weekly.
There's a lot of demand for me to hand out photos of you. That's what they're.
Know your role.
Yeah, I do that. Hey, let's get our question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. Let's talk a little bit about cars today and how much we love them. A new poll found that 60% of drivers consider their cars to be part of the family, and more than half, 56% of owners, name their cars. The survey also found that 40% of drivers regularly talk to their cars, speaking to them on an average of 13 times a week. 23% of car owners have felt guilty driving a car that isn't their regular vehicle. Imagine that. Guilt? You feel guilt when you're not driving your ride and you're driving somebody else's
That's a
ride?
bit much, I think.
That's pretty crazy,
They talk
right?
to their car.
They talk to their car on an average of 13 times a week.
I've cussed a few of them out, but I've
Yeah.
never actually talked to one.
Yeah. So the question of the day is this: do you have a nickname for your car? And if so, how did your car get that nickname? Do you have a nickname for your car? And if so, how did your car get that nickname? To respond, text those in 304-TALK 304. 304-8255-304. You can tweet me. Oh, yeah. At Weekly, WEEKLEY. One word, 3 E's, WEEKLEY. Oh, man, we already have a ton of response to this. Here's one from Organized Chaos. Dave, my car is the Black Eagle Express. I drive my daughter and some of her teammates from South Charleston High School girls soccer. Now, that's a good nickname. The Black Eagle Express.
There you go.
Here's one from Bananas for WV. Dave, I had a brown Buick in college, called it the Brown Bomber. I had 3 collisions in it, and it still ran like a top. It was ugly as heck, thus the bomb title. Jody weighed in on this too early. I think he was the first guy out of the box. Way to go, Jody. Dave, my Tundra has 250,000 miles and has earned the nickname the Beast. Those are all really good responses.
I remember a girl that worked here one time who was of Lebanese descent, and somebody at the station nicknamed her car the Lebanese beer wagon.
Was it a station wagon?
No, it was just a car.
Oh, it was just a car.
I don't know where they came. I mean, she wasn't a drinker or anything like that. it just somebody said that and the name stuck, and she just laughed about it. So
now, Ryan, you got a white car.
Yes.
So doesn't the color of the car has to be part of the key for a nickname? I mean, your car could be the White Shadow, right?
So you want my white car to have a white name like Kyle, Tanner,
some call him Tim.
Yeah, but my car's name is Helga because it's a Volvo.
Yeah,
it's Swedish.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, see,
wow.
My dad had an F-350 when I was growing up.
Nice,
and its nickname was Henry because he had somebody working on it one time, and that's what he called it as a reference to Henry Ford.
Oh, you know what? When you said Henry, I thought it was going to be more like it because it was a 350. It had a Hemi.
No, it was a Ford, not a Dodge.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So they called it Henry. And my son had a truck that he called Charlene. I have no idea why. I think he had to come up with a name, and that's what he came up with.
All right. Well, Chris, we got to let you go, man.
You know, I'd love to stick around and help you carry this show for another 3 hours, but you're on your own now, buddy. I got you started.
Hey, man, listen, we had to remote Coop in, so you know where I'm standing.
Oh, man, yeah. Poor guy calls in from his deathbed just to keep this thing alive.
That's so true.
That's where things are.
It's so true. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with more in a minute. Listen, I'm a West Virginian through and through. Grew up in Bridgeport 30.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thora.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement, and we craft detailed financial plans for people like you because you're building your retirement your way. You deserve advice that's built to handle what your life brings. To meet with your Stike team advisor, call us at 304-443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
On the next State of Minds.
People appreciate cool tattoos and they appreciate good tattoos. It's a way to make yourself different.
What do you think would fit me?
think a ninja. A ninja with two swords.
Hotline with Dave Weekly will return on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. State Fire Marshal Ken Tyree is urging state residents to be careful this week with more frigid temperatures on the way, especially if you're heating your home with alternate heating sources.
We should just be ever vigilant. This is a cold time of the year. It's a cold time of season, and you know, we advocate so much for smoke alarms, but carbon monoxide alarms are no less important and just critical.
The State Fire Marshal's office investigating 2 fire deaths in the past 24 hours, one in Parkersburg, the other near Wheeling, one of those believed to be tied to a poor heating source. It's going to get colder. National Weather Service meteorologist Simone Lewis says a southern storm is pulling in more Arctic air from the north.
Low temperatures in the mornings this weekend. They're going to be single digits to either side of zero, and high temperatures during the weekend are going to only make it to the teens, maybe lower 20s on Sunday if we're lucky.
Lewis says the most southern sections of West Virginia are getting snow today from this storm. Parts of McDowell and Mercer counties could pick up to 6 inches by tomorrow night. Many West Virginia County school districts hope to get back to in-person instruction next week. Bus drivers have spent today getting ice and snow off the tops of their buses. There are more than 3,000 school buses in West Virginia, so there's a lot to clean up. You're listening to Metro News, for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
The Mountain State's premier fishing, hunting, and outdoor sports show returns to Milan Park in Morgantown March 7th and 8th. Over 100,000 square feet of campers and RVs, boats and ATVs, hunting and fishing supplies, guns, knives, and more. Limited vendor space is now available. To put your products and services in front of over 10,000 outdoor enthusiasts, visit WVOutdoorSportsShow.com. The 24th annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, presented by Can-Am, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown, a WVRC media event.
Hi, I'm Grant Maltba, Project Manager with CEC. Ever dreamt of working hands-on with wildlife? As a bat biologist at CEC, I do just that. Every day is a new adventure, tackling unique challenges and helping clients meet their Endangered Species Act requirements. It's not just rewarding for me, but it boosts our local economy and aids bat conservation too. Want to make a difference in the field? Join us at CEC. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
Tomorrow is the candidate filing deadline for this year's election cycle. Metro News statewide correspondent Brad McElhaney says a well-known former athlete is getting into politics.
WVU legend Quincy Wilson has filed for a House seat that filed as a Democrat, and that is one currently held by the House Majority Leader, Republican Pat McGeehan.
The Secretary of State's offices in Charleston, Clarksburg, and Martinsburg will be open until midnight tomorrow night. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
It's 2 hours of sports conversation to wrap up your weekend. It's the CityNet Sunday Night Sports Line. Hey, this is Travis Jones. Join myself and Greg Hunter every Sunday night from 6:06 until 8 o'clock as we wrap up the sports weekend. We talk Mountaineers, high school, Mountain East Conference, and the latest in the national scene. The Sunday Sports Line is listener interactive. You can call or text the show at 304-TALK-304. It's a perfect weekend sports wrap-up on your favorite Metro News affiliate. Or watch the show at WVMetroNews.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. Locally, if you heard that news update, we're talking about the potential political career for Quincy Wilson. Former WVU running back, started Weir High School, briefly was the football coach at Rio Grande. It reminded me, I didn't get a chance to talk about this earlier this week. I don't know, Matt, you may not know the name Chris Dudley. Remember Chris Dudley from the Knicks?
Rings a bell, yeah.
Pretty good basketball player, big center, pretty good basketball player. Played for some other teams, but he's probably primarily known for when he was with the Knicks.
What era?
We're talking the 90s.
Okay.
Talking the 90s. Notoriously bad free throw shooter. So he is running for governor in the state of Oregon.
Oh.
He's running as a Republican in the primary. He's jumped into the water late to run in the primary to be the governor of Oregon. When he was playing for the Knicks, and they were desperate to try to make him a better free throw shooter, he used to come to West Virginia, and he would work with the late Jimmy Clayton in Huntington. The shot doctor, Jimmy Clayton, tried to fix Chris Dudley's incredibly poor free throw shooting style. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Tried to fix him. Couldn't fix him. But I did notice this week that Chris Dudley is going to run for governor in the state of Oregon. We've had a couple of people send me notes about Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, gee,
and
so sad.
It is, a couple of things you may not know about her, and if you just tuned in late, Catherine O'Hara, the mom on Home Alone, I guess that's her best-known role, right? She was in Beetlejuice, but she was the understudy for Gilda Radner in Second City in Toronto.
I didn't realize she was from Second City
Yes,
as well.
yes. So when Gilda Radner left Second City in Toronto and went to NBC, that's when Catherine O'Hara stepped up and became one of the key members of SCTV, Second City, and of course they went on to television fame there. And she had so many roles. And I'm looking at, and I've got a couple of text messages about this. 681-981. Hey, Dave, no longer in the 240. My favorite Catherine O'Hara films were Best in Show and A Mighty Wind. Yeah, she was in all of those. She was in Waiting for Guffman. She was in a lot of these mockumentaries. Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, for your consideration. But I'd forgotten. Did you watch The Last of Us on HBO?
No.
She had a role on that. So she's known primarily, understandably, for all the comedy roles she had, but she had some dramatic roles too. So this has really come out of left field. She had a role on The Studio on Apple TV Plus, which has won a ton of awards. So this is really a sad situation. She died after a brief illness at the age of 71, and this is a story that is developing as we come on the air today. All right, let me do a quick reset on our question of the day. Get some responses to that. We'll get into the sound of sports, then we'll take a break, then we'll come back with the follow-up file. We got a ton of great messages this week from our listeners. We always do the follow-up file every Friday at around 3:50-ish. 4 o'clock today, buy or sell. So I guess Coop is checked out for the moment and is he's working on his topic. So he'll be back for buy or sell. That'll be coming up at 4:06. Pat Strader is going to be here with Beer Friday at 4:33. By the way, regarding Beer Friday, if you've got a question about beer or the craft beer industry you want Pat to address, don't wait until the segment's over to send it to me. Just think about it now if you can, and if you send it to me now, there's a real good chance it's going to make the air. So Pat's always on the show every Friday at 4:33. That is one of the most popular segments we have. So that's coming up in about an hour. 5 o'clock hour, Brad Howe from Sportsline will be here because we're going to do stuff about WVU, obviously. So we'll be talking about West Virginia basketball and the Mountaineers hosting the Baylor Bears. WVU women's basketball, kind of an interesting situation. You know, so many times you have to watch them play on ESPN+. Their next game is on the big ESPN. They've got a home game on Sunday against Baylor. That's going to be a 1 o'clock game on ESPN on Sunday. And you'd think there might be a couple of extra viewers floating around because there's no football. There's no football. And with the way the weather's going, there's going to be a lot of people inside. That's going to be great exposure for WVU basketball. And they have just been lights out at home. They haven't lost a home game all year. Or have they? Oh, and maybe they lost one. Maybe they lost one home game this year. But anyway, that'll be coming up Sunday at 1 o'clock. Also in the 5 o'clock hour, Aristotle Jones will be here at 5:33 with Sounds Good West Virginia, where we focus in on musical talent in our state that needs more attention. And not just that, but the venues where you can go in West Virginia to hear live music. So we'll do that. And we'll have the latest edition of the Capitol Report. Jeff Jenkins will be by around about 5:40-ish to get us up to speed on what's going on at the West Virginia legislature. All right, here is our question of the day. Quick reset. A new poll found that 60% of drivers consider their cars to be part of the family. And 56%, more than half, of the owners of those cars nickname their vehicles. So the question of the day, and it is sponsored by Salango Law, do you have a nickname for your car? And if so, how did your car get that nickname? We want your stories about your cars, and we want your car nicknames. 304-TALK, 304-304-8255, 304. I'm on X for now. At Weekly, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y, one word, 3 E's, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y. Let me get a couple more. 304-692. Hey, Dave, this is Carolyn from Morgantown. How you doing, Carolyn? It's been a while since we've talked. Yes, our car has a nickname. It's BB. We bought a new car last fall, and it beeps at everything. If you take your eyes off the road, it beeps. If you take your hands, if your hands are in the wrong place on the steering wheel, it beeps. If you don't have your seatbelt on, right, it beeps. so we nicknamed it Phoebe, and she's still very BB. Have a good one. Hey, you have a good one too, Carolyn. I always enjoy your
That's
text,
amazing.
Man. I like that. That's good. A couple more here. Let's see. Here's one for Matt. Dave, I'm really questioning Ryan's infinite video game knowledge if he's never heard of pole position. I knew this was going to happen. Absolutely one of the best early 1980 video games, which now reminds me, how come you've never had a question of the day about video game systems or video games? He turned that bright light on me there, didn't he?
Yeah. That was blinding.
That was I'm under a spotlight in a very small, cold room.
You're like the mac and cheese under the heat lamp over at Golden Corral.
304-943. Hey, Dave, every car I've ever owned was named Edith because it would want to act like a dingbat. I can say that in my best Archie Bunker voice. Geez, Edith. That's good. That is really good. Well, you know what? Coop may not be here today, but we're going to continue with our regular stuff. What do you say we get into the Sound of Sports?
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do it. All right, Sound of Sports. Start with a hockey in Pittsburgh last night. Pens have won 5, count them 5 in a row. Scored 4 goals in the second period en route to a 6-2 win over the slumping Blackhawks. 2 of those 4 second-period goals came in a 31-second span. Anthony Mantha bangs one home with just under 4 minutes to play in the period.
Doherty passing to Shea, fires ahead for Kendall. Lead pass, Mantha's in alone. He scores! Anthony Mantha, and the Penguins explode for 2 quick goals, and they go up 4-1.
While the Pens have won 5 straight, the Blackhawks have dropped 4 in a row. The Penguins will host the Rangers tomorrow as Mike Sullivan returns as the new coach of the Broadway Blues. What kind of reception is he going to get? I can only imagine. In Detroit, a wild one between the Caps and the Wings in Hockey Town. For the Wings, Patrick Kane became the highest-scoring American-born player in NHL history, and Detroit scored the game-tying goal with less than a minute to play in the third. But Washington gets the last laugh, winning the shootout. Nick Dowd's goal, he got it done, grabbing the extra point in a 4-3 Caps win.
The first goal of the night, if he scores the last, the Capitals win. Score! Nick Dowd is the hero. The first goal and the final goal. And the Capitals escape with 2 points. Crossbar by Dylan Larkin, and here's Dowd. Been a tough year, career high 14 goals last year. Just 2 goals coming into this one, but he gets the first goal of the game, and then he gets the extra point.
There you go. Women's college basketball now. WVU's Jordan Harrison was just named among 25 players to the Naismith Women's Defensive Player of the Year watch list. Now, she's averaging 2.5 steals a game. If she keeps that rate up, she'll finish her Mountaineer career in the top 10 list in school history. Here's Harrison on her defensive development since arriving at WVU.
Honestly, really just being in our press a lot. Once you do that so many times, you start getting pretty good at it and where you can get steals at and stuff. So I think just being in that system a long time has helped me a lot with getting steals and just knowing what offensive players like to do.
Mountaineer women will host Baylor on Sunday at 1 o'clock on ESPN at the Hope Coliseum. Men's college basketball in the Big 12 last night in Ames. 8th-ranked Iowa State jumped on Colorado early and never let up. En route to a 97-67 romp over the Buffaloes, freshman Jamarian Bateman scored 17 to lead 6 Cyclones in double figures. Iowa State is 19-2, and they've won by 30 points for the second time in 3 games.
Here in Ames, Iowa. Happy to have you with us here on FS1. On the wing, and a foul. Looks for help and gets it. From downtown, Lipsy. 5 of 6 from downtown, the Cyclones. And a steal by Heisey. Heisey again.
Cyclones shot 61% from the field last night. That's their best field goal percentage in a Big 12 game in 4 years. Colorado is free falling. The Buffs have dropped 6 straight, 8 of their last 10. In Evanston, a long season for Penn State got a little longer last night. Northwestern's Nick Martinelli scored 34 points as the Wildcats dumped the Nittany Lions 94-73. Trey Singleton had 17 points, 18 rebounds, his first career double-double for the Northwestern freshman.
Singleton gets the roll and the foul. It's a night of superlatives for Northwestern tonight. Big nights from Martinelli, Singleton, West, and Cherovino. And Northwestern wins its first Big Ten game at home, and they're 2 out of 3 in conference play now.
Penn State is 0-10 in Big Ten play. The Knicks will try again for their first conference win when Minnesota comes to Happy Valley on Sunday. From the NBA, in Philadelphia, what a night for Tyrese Maxey. He scored 40 points, including the game-winning layup with 1.3 seconds left as the Sixers edged Sacramento 113-111. Philly came all the way back after trailing by 11 points in the fourth quarter. The Kings have lost 7 straight and have now won just 3 of their last 24 road games.
And it comes to Embiid. Scoops it to Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey! Count it! And the foul!
Something the length of the floor.
Or does he miss this on purpose? All right, off it goes. Levine did not get it off in time. What a night for Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers, ending this one on a 21-8 run.
All right, so the Kings are struggling. The Sixers playing a little better now. Embiid and Paul George back at full strength for Philadelphia. And in Chicago last night, the Heat held on for a 116-113 win over the Bulls. Chicago was down by a dozen with 8 minutes to go. They had the ball with 4 seconds left, needing a 3 to force overtime.
I do it, but don't foul guys who's shooting.
But that's the question. You can't do it. And player is shooting. Otherwise, give 3. White, a free 3 to tie it. That won't go, and Haka has the rebound to win it.
He got a good look.
That was a great look for Kobe White, wide open. But his three-point struggles over the last couple of nights.
All right, so there you go. The Heat win over the Bulls. Those 2 teams will meet again in Miami, this time tomorrow night. We'll take a break, come back with the follow-up file in a moment.
Metro News Hotline, brought to you by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dancava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thora.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement, and we craft detailed financial plans for people like you because you're building your retirement your way. You deserve advice that's built to handle what your life brings. To meet with your Stike team advisor, call us at 304-443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
On the next State of Minds.
People appreciate cool tattoos and they appreciate good tattoos. It's a way to make yourself different.
What do you think would fit me?
I think a ninja. A ninja with two swords.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is about 8 minutes till the hour, and it's time for the follow-up file. You know, when we started our question of the day segment, we used to get so many responses. We still get a ton, but we couldn't always get everything into the show. You know, time constraints, some stuff would come in after the program was over. We had to find a way to fix that, and we did with the invention of the follow-up file. Yesterday was the anniversary of the first ever iPad announcement back in 2010. So the question was, do you own an iPad? If you do, how many? What do you use your iPad primarily for? Anthony in Clarksburg, interesting take here. Dave, no Apple products for me. After all the issues I'm having getting my elderly mother back into her iPhone, there'll never be an Apple product for me. She somehow got herself locked out and forgot the Apple ID that was set up years ago. I'll stick with Pixel. M on X. Dave, I got an Android tablet. I use it for casual games and a bigger screen to watch videos instead of my phone. Doug on X. Dave, we've got a tablet that replaced our laptop. I think we might buy another one soon for the wife. I use my tablet for my work. I would be lost without it. Bananas for WV. Dave, I got a Samsung tablet. I like to watch old TV shows and do online shopping with it because the pictures and the print are bigger. Earlier this week, we had a question of the day about lost stuff. The average person spends 2.5 days a year searching for their lost stuff. So the question was, do you have a story about something you were sure you had lost but eventually found? And is there something of yours that's currently lost, but you're still confident you'll find it? This might be the message of the week. 304-545. Dave, our wedding photographer lost our entire wedding. Speeches and everything. Thankfully, he found it a year later and sent it back to us on a flash drive. Now I have no idea where that flash drive is. Boy, that's kind of a twofer. Jennings on this question. Dave, when I was a teenager, my dad gave me his pocket knife. One day, I went to get it out and I couldn't find it. It may have fallen out of one of my pockets. It did. My dad found it behind his truck seat. He gave it back, and I still have it to this day. Jennings, that's a good story. Herman, listening down in Mississippi, sent me this. He goes, Dave, I've lost my marbles and my youthful sense of optimism, but I haven't lost hope. You hang in there, Herman. Let's see. Earlier this week, we talked about WVU football. CBS Sports gave Rich Rod a grade of C- for his first season back at WVU. Is that fair? What grade would you give him after going 4-8 in 2025? Coos from Coos' Corner. Love that guy's YouTube channel. He says, Dave, definitely fair. Could have easily have been lower. Daniel, who listens to our program out in Oakland, California, he says, I don't know, C- to D+. It's where it was in the season that prevented him from getting a lower grade, but 4-8 isn't good. Todd on X. Hey, Dave, just heard this on the radio, and while you were discussing it, settled on C- in my mind before you shared his grade. Poor record this season, but we were competitive in several and could have won more games with a little luck. Overall culture change for the future. Pitt and Houston wins on the road certainly helped him. Hey, thanks to everybody who sent stuff in. We really enjoy your give and take on this program. We always do the follow-up file every Friday at around 3:50. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and wrap up hour number 1 in just a moment.
Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
New year, new trucks. Start your year off with a new truck from Dan Cava Toyota World. Now lease a 2025 Tacoma for as low as $299 a month. Save over $7,500 off on select Tundras or get 2.99% for 72 months. It's your last chance to get a gas model 2025 RAV4. Don't miss out. Come experience cars you can count on year after year. Dan Cava, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the road.
Coming to the Beckley Convention Center, Saturday 23rd and 24th. Who are the toughest men and women in the state of West Virginia? Watch Tough Man live on Metro News Television to find out. Featured fights, top 5 finishes, and event archives. Download Metro News Television on iPhone, iPad, Android, Roku, LG TV, Apple TV, Fire TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Find out more at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the road.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
I have had a complicated relationship with food. My job was to talk to heart failure patients about diet and exercise. I felt like, why would you listen to me? Because I was not following a diet that was healthy for me. I needed help. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 175 pounds. I feel like I'm free. They hold the skill, they hold the tools, and they're waiting for you to come say that you need the help.
It's high school basketball season, and Metro News Television has you covered. Rivalries, buzzer beaters, classic hardwood competition. Watch live and on demand from gyms across the Mountain State. Stream Metro News Television on your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select smart TVs. Or visit MetroNewsTV.com for more information. High school basketball lives here on Metro News Television.
All right, that's going to do it for the first hour of the show. We'll take a quick break here for news at the top. When we come back, we'll start with the financial markets. Wait till you hear what I've got to tell you about Sleepy Verizon. You won't believe it. And we'll also reset our question of the day. We'll play some buy or sell, and Beer Friday is a little more than a half an hour away. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Lost him. And you know what? It was just about to get good, too. It was just getting good. We lost
Should
him.
we take the break and maybe he'll call back? I don't know.
You know what? We can take the break, and we can see if Ethan can reconnect with him, because I want to hear where he goes with that answer. I don't know. CJ, I'm just saying, we just started bringing up some deep stuff, and then it gets cut off. Is the Illuminati listening to the show? Just saying.
Welcome back to the show. 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
That's it. I'm going home.
Dang, man.
See ya.
I wouldn't even be on the air on any of our stations before 8 o'clock. I don't know where that came from. Reading, it's hard.
Well, I think when you have a... I'll say in all candor, when you're in a foreign country and a monkey in a diaper sitting on your head, you're asking for trouble.
Discussion can end there. That's right. Boom. It's a definitive statement on the issue. Now we move on.
So how many times have you thought about that was a bad idea that I had a monkey on my head since you had the monkey on your head?
Every time I go visit Dr. Pellegrino, my personal doctor. Do you know what it's like to tell your doctor that?
Well, yeah, Doc, I also had a monkey. Excuse me? Had a monkey on my head with a diaper on. I bet you that's the first time Dr. Ron has ever heard that one. He's probably heard a lot of things.
He's heard a lot. Yeah, Dr. Ron has.
He's one of the great West Virginians. He's up there from the Northern Panhandle.
He's awesome.
Tremendous. Yeah, Dr. Ron. Good dude.
We were talking in my office a little earlier, and a phrase that Ryan used that I was really kind of gobsmacked over. He started a sentence with me. He said, "We were watching football on Thursday."
I know, he did the same thing to me. He did this. Is this like Earth 2?
I said, what?
He came back and started telling me about the Cowboys and the Chiefs game.
know,
and you were watching the Lions game on Thanksgiving Day.
Well,
what happened? What happened to our little Ryan?
Well, when my Uncle Bill and my Uncle Chris asked if I want to watch football with them, I don't say no.
Okay.
So, because I'm not a recluse anymore.
So if you have uncles that are big sports fans, do you get some creds? Are you like, hey, I'm actually you want to kind of sports show? It's syndicated.
Well, I don't.
Statewide.
Well, I don't want this to be a sports show.
Second game this season that Honors had 8 threes. Second time he's had 8 threes, and his coach has pulled him out with over 4 minutes to go.
You're up 40.
Yeah, but coach just does not want to see him get that record.
There may have been a discussion about that on exactly where he was in the number.
Did you let him know this time?
But there was a discussion about where he was with the number. But at the end of the day, Ross decided the juice not worth the squeeze there. With 3.5 minutes left is when he pulled him out after the timeout there. And that's a guy with a lot of minutes on his in his body. You need to rest him. But 2 out of 11, you got to think maybe he's going to approach that again. Here's what's wild. In those 2 games where he's just been one off of Alex Ruoff's record, he's now a combined 16 of 20 from 3 in those 2 games. So he didn't just make 8 threes, guys. He was 8 of 11 last night. He was 8 of 9 when he did it before. 16 of 20 combined in those 2 games.
Across this great state of West Virginia, welcome in high school game nights. I chuckle a little bit, folks, because it said early edition.
As compared to the
Only
rest
edition.
of the edition, yeah.
Yeah. Tonight is going to be interesting, to say the least.
10 seconds remaining.
Going to be a direct snap here.
Snap back. It's Tyler. Tyler fakes the run. He throws. He's got an open man. Pass top 10. 5. End zone. It's a touchdown. Pulled in by Nestor. 3 seconds left.
Are you kidding me with the play call right there by Kevin Whiteman?
Again, forget the game-winning field goal. Whiteman says, we're going to try and win this thing right now. The direct snap to Tyler sucked everybody up, and Nestor slips behind. What an unbelievable gutsy play call, and then perfect execution by these Falcons.
You had a moment of clarity about when it all started to make sense for you?
It did, because I didn't want to be a filmmaker growing up. I didn't even know what filmmaking was growing up. I used to watch Oprah and Katie Couric, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be you. And I worked at West Virginia University's radio station, had a very thick accent. People would call in and make fun of me. And so I asked my roommates, my college roommates who were from Baltimore, to teach me how to talk differently.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a loss, I feel, from that. And it's probably one of the reasons why I love documenting people that are authentic. Like, I don't know if I'm authentic, but I think the people I find are very authentically who they are, and that's what draws me to them.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour, navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hour number 2. How do you do? Metro News Hotline. Keeping you company here in West Virginia every weekday afternoon right up until 6 o'clock on the Metro News Radio Network. Wherever you're listening to the show today, inside the state of West Virginia or beyond the borders, just trying to get a read on what's going on back home. We hope you're having a good day. And we're doing okay here in Charleston as we operate out of our flagship 580 WCHS. And thanks for asking. We got a lot of stuff to get into in this particular hour. We'll take a look at what happened in the financial markets today. What a day. I mean, this has been a crazy, crazy day. Not wild swings in the major indices, but if you look under the hood, this has been a pretty eventful day here in the financial markets. We'll do that. We'll reset our question of the day. Oh, it's Friday at top of the 4 o'clock hour, so that means it's time to play some buy or sell, and all of our contestants / victims are here. Coop's remoted in, right, Matt?
From the hotline Bat Cave, I think.
Sweet. Ryan's here, too, so we'll play some buy or sell here in a second. A little bit later on in the hour, we'll have the entertainment report. Pat Strader's going to drop by with Beer Friday at 4:33. In the second half of this hour, we will get into the On This Date file, the 5 things to know at 5 o'clock. Brad Howe's going to drop by in about an hour to talk about Mountaineer sports. Hang out with us, play in or out. At 5:33, Aristotle Jones, Sounds Good, West Virginia. Capital Report with Jeff Jenkins at 5:40, and then more of your responses to our question of the day before we close up shop and get you ready for Sportsline tonight at 6:06 on the network. Their show follows ours almost immediately. Man, that sounds like a lot. Can we get all that stuff in? Do we have enough time to do all that stuff?
We need a vice.
I think we're going to have to.
Squeeze it in there.
All right, so let's start with the financial markets. So Kevin Warsh is the president's pick to lead the Federal Reserve, and so that impacted the markets a bit, I think. The Dow was down 0.4%, lost 179 points, 48,892. S&P 500 was down almost 0.5%, losing nearly 30 points today, 69.39. NASDAQ was down 1%, lost 223 points, closing at 23,461. You know, commodities have been like a fever dream for a while. Today, that fever broke. Silver was down 27% in one day. Silver, which was up around $130 an ounce, dropped back to about $84 an ounce. Also, gold Gold interday traded yesterday around $5,500 an ounce. Today it was down 8% and closed at around 4,800. So, are they still good bargains? Who knows? But today was the day where the parabolic spikes in both of those commodities ended. Let's take a quick peek at what else happened in the financial markets related to West Virginia. Stocks that were up or down today, percentage-wise, DuPont was down 1.7%, lost 75 cents, 43.89 at the close today. AT&T was up 4.2%, gained $1.05, 26.18. But the big story is Verizon. Sleepy little Verizon was up almost 12% today, reporting earnings, and they were great. And Verizon gained $4.59. Verizon, VZ is the symbol, closed at $44.40. Most people look at Verizon as a dividend play. Well, today you made some serious money. Verizon was up 12% today. In the energy space, energy, oil up 0.7%, tacked on 48 cents. WTI on the NYMEX closed at $65.90. And natural gas, man, just continues to go higher and higher. Natural gas today was up 11.5% in one session. Well, session's actually continuing. This is just a snapshot. You can basically trade natural gas almost 24 hours a day. You get an hour stoppage at 5 o'clock Eastern, but then the kicks right back in at 6. So nat gas up 45 cents today. Contracts for March, $4.37 per unit. And what about Bitcoin? Bitcoin continues to slide. It was down 0.5% today, lost about $450. Bitcoin closing at $83,785 per coin. All right, here's our question of the day. Question of the day. New poll found that 60% of drivers consider their cars to be part of the family, part of the fam. 56%, more than half, of owners say they name their vehicles. Hotline question of the day, and it is sponsored by Salango Law. Do you have a nickname for your car? And if so, how did your car get that nickname? Send those answers in. We want your stories about your cars and your car's nicknames. 304-TALK, 304-825-5304. 304. I'm on Exit Weekly, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y, one word, 3 E's, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y. Well, boys, what do you think? Think it's time to play a little buy or sell? Oh, there's the Mose Allison. So that means it's time to play a little buy or sell. All of our contestants are here to play buy or sell. So, as far as buy or sell is concerned, we were thinking every Thursday when Amy Smith comes on the show to talk about the financial markets, why don't Coop and I do a segment where we use the same idea for sports, music, pop culture, and more. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get started with buy or sell. And since Coop remoted in from his home, let's start with Coop. So, Coop, what's your buy or sell topic? What do you got?
I quite literally took the topic literal this week. I didn't try to be overly clever, come up with anything AI or way out there or anything. So I simply came across something earlier this week. It sounded like something perfect for us to discuss. So Longhorn Steakhouse is launching steak-themed commitment rings just in time for Valentine's Day. Priced at $50, the silver ring comes in 2 band styles and 5 temperatures, well done through rare, with the stone collar matching the steak doneness. Each ring contains real Longhorn seasoning and an actual piece of steak sealed inside of the stone. Decorative, not edible, officially, however, real steak. The rings go on sale on February 4th and include a mystery Valentine's surprise, which I guess isn't some sort of a stomach bug. The idea plays off the promise rings, but with a tongue-in-cheek meat-loving twist. A meat-loving twist. So, the premise is, what I'm wondering is this something that if you guys were in a situation where you needed to make a promise to a significant other, a Longhorn Steakhouse steak ring, buy or sell?
So let me ask you this. So this is for Longhorn, right? What happens if you just happen to go to the Texas Roadhouse? Is that like, are you cheating on this relationship with Longhorn? I guess you would be.
You self-combust.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's a good promotion. We're talking about it, right? I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to buy it. I think that's
you're
kind of
gonna buy it?
I think that's kind of a cute idea. I'll buy it for $50. I'll buy that.
You know, if the promises you make in a relationship have to be validated by a kitschy little trinket that Longhorn Steakhouse sells to you, then I'm not sure the relationship has a very good foundation. So I think I'm going to sell.
Hey, Coop, let me ask you. Can you tell the difference between a well-done ring and a rare ring?
Yes. There are 5 different colors, and so the well-done ring would be a darker steak ring.
Okay, so you're sitting at the bar and you look over there and you see an attractive young lady, and then you think, well, listen, she's got a well-done ring on. I'm a rare
That
ring.
means she's taken, Dave.
That's right. That's right.
What predator are you?
That's right.
Whoa.
I hadn't thought about that.
Look, guys.
What do you think?
This has vibes of, remember in Jurassic Park, the mosquito stuck in the piece of amber?
Yes.
Right.
That's what this makes me think of. And on just that alone, I am going to sell this big time.
All right.
Sell it. Oh,
sell it.
Do you think
But what if you paired a steak ring, a what do they call it? A steak commitment ring. What if you paired one of those with like a beer Friday? You know, so you could get like you could get a beer ring and a steak ring, and maybe that could be the set.
Why
No,
do we
Coop.
need rings for food in the first place?
No,
though?
Coop.
We're just doing promotions, man.
No, Coop.
Hey, I think I love this topic.
Don't listen to him, Coop.
Yeah. Ryan, what's your buy or sell? What do you got?
Okay, Dave.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I got a little pop quiz question for you. Who invented the first tank?
The first tank?
Yes.
Military tank.
Yes. Who invented it?
Well, was it the French?
Nope.
Okay, I don't know.
Coop knows. He's got his hand raised.
Oh, Coop, who was it?
John P. Tank.
Wrong.
John P.
No.
Tank.
It was our good old pal Leonardo da Vinci.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
In,
that is right. I knew
in 1487, he designed a tank made out of wood and metal plates. It was shaped more like a turtle than like a modern tank because, you know, they didn't have cars back then. And instead of an engine, there were 2 like cranks on the inside that 2 people would have to move around just to get the thing to move. Of course, Leonardo da Vinci being Da Vinci, he intentionally like put designs in it so if anyone like built it, it would fail. But it is like the basically prototype for the very first tank. And it got me thinking, buy or sell, we should get a tank for show promotions.
Well, I'm buying that.
Yeah.
Imagine rolling down like the, like in a parade. Coop, you could be up in the turret.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing, like waving. Like listen to 580 or else.
The thing that this reminds me a lot of is you and I did an entire bit about buying a fire engine.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yes, we
Remember?
did. Yeah.
And I think that this would be right along those lines. If there was like some decommissioned tank out there somewhere that we could get our hands on, that we could, paint our collars and things like that. We could take it to like tailgates and things along those lines. That would be, 100% buy this. I am totally in on having a hotline tank.
Man, imagine if there was a hotline tank and we rolled it through the Armed Forces Parade in South Charleston. How cool would that be?
And then people would point and say, "Stolen valor, get him."
Yeah, that's probably right.
You
that.
This I could see put this at the end of the parade and we get to bring in Santa Claus. We'd have a waiting list to drive the thing here though at the radio station
You got that
because people like me would buy this because I want to drive it.
And we would also have to learn how to drive a tank.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That's a little trickier than it sounds. My dad was in a tank crew in Korea. Matt, what do you got?
Okay, so we've had sick people around the building, myself included, this past week, which is going to bring me to one of my favorite topics. Ryan, are you familiar with the term umlaut?
Yes.
What is an umlaut?
It's like I'm thinking. It's like when you have a U and it's the two dots above it.
Yes, it is. Yes, in German, it is the two dots over a vowel that changes the pronunciation. In words like lüften, which is what I'm actually talking about today. It's the German practice of airing out a home by opening the windows wide for a short period of time, even in the cold, and replacing the stale air in the house. It helps improve air quality, helps fight mold in airtight structures, and it even promotes better sleep and health. It is often done daily through either Stoßlüften, which is just shock ventilation, or Kehrlüften, which is cross ventilation. Very simply, guys, here, the German practice of Lüften. Buy or sell?
Oh, man, I'm buying that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Many years as a bachelor, I was all about ventilation, man. All about the ventilation where I was living. Yeah, I'm for that.
Do you do it, though?
You know what? If we get a day where it's like 55 degrees and it's dry after all what's been going on the last few weeks with the weather, yeah, I'd probably do it for a half an hour or so.
Lüften.
In an ideal world, I would buy.
In a world.
But we do not live in an ideal world because a lot of houses, they just don't have the infrastructure for people to open every window in their house. Like some
you don't have arms?
Well, I mean, like some windows are like decorative and you can't open them,
Decorative, or did someone paint them shut? Because that's two different things, Ryan.
Maybe both. But still, it seems a lot for now I live in my house that I live in with my dad has 3 stories. That's a lot of windows. And so if we were to air out the whole house, it'd take like 30 minutes to close all the windows again.
Yeah,
it'd be fresh.
What do you think, Coop?
Well, I had a good friend a long time ago who was excellent in speaking German. He could speak German like a native, and he loved the language so much. And he talked about one of the great respects that he had for it was how they had simple words for complex ideas. Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of their words were used in different scientific languages and different things along those lines. And this is a great example of that. This is a simple, how do you say it again, Matt? It's a simple word. Lüften. And like an Appalachian, that's like, open them windows up on yonder and get your funk out of the house, son. So I mean, it really condenses that down pretty well. And this is something I think we all that live here in these hills and hollers have to do every once in a while. You just got to open up those windows and let it air out the house a little bit. So yeah, I'm definitely in on doing that or buying that for sure.
All right, we got 2 minutes to do my topic. ESPN's announced they are partnering with Words and Pictures to produce Saban, a 6-part docuseries chronicling the life, legacy, and impact of the former Alabama football head coach Nick Saban, a West Virginia native. Guys, buy or sell. I don't need 6 parts to know everything there is to know about Nick Saban. 6-part series about Nick Saban. I don't need 6 parts. A 2-hour doc on Nick Saban would be plenty for me. I don't need 6 parts. Buy or sell.
Do we know the length of the episodes?
I'm guessing they're probably going to be an hour.
Because I just learned that this Darren Aronofsky thing that he's doing about the Revolutionary War, where he's using generative AI, this thing sounds terrible. There's no thorough line, and each of them is like 3 minutes long. It really seems like a lead balloon to me. So I was just wondering if they were like mini episodes, like 6, 10-minute episodes would probably be fine.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy your premise. I think that I love Nick, and I think he's an interesting cat, but that's a lot of time to fill.
Matt, we don't need 6 parts to know everything there is to know about Nick Saban. Buy or sell.
I hate to be a hater, but I think you're right. I think I gotta buy it because, he coached football. Cool. He won a lot. Cool. 2 hours and done. Yeah, you're right. I buy it.
What do you think?
Is he still alive?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Very much alive.
Then we don't need a documentary about him. We can just ask him.
Okay. One of my problems with this is I know I'm going to watch it. I'm going to have to watch it. All right. Coop, good job, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks to everybody. That's Buy or Sell. We do it every Friday at the top of the 4. Let's take a break. The Entertainment Report is next.
Don't forget about our podcast. Check out your favorite podcast provider or simply go to WVMetroNews.com and click on the podcast link. This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement. We believe retirement starts with a plan. Saving for college starts with a plan. Your legacy starts with a plan. Do you have the right plan? Call our team at 304-443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
New year, new trucks. Start your year off with a new truck from Dan Cava Toyota World. Now lease a 2025 Tacoma for as low as $299 a month. Save over $7,500 off on select Tundras or get 2.99% for 72 months. It's your last chance to get a gas model 2025 RAV4. Don't miss out. Come experience cars you can count on year after year. Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the road.
Test. You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
I have had a complicated relationship with food. My job was to talk to heart failure patients about diet and exercise. I felt like, why would you listen to me? Because I was not following a diet that was healthy for me. I needed help. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 175 pounds. I feel like I'm free. They hold the skill, they hold the tools, and they're waiting for you to come say that you need the help.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra. Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Console.
Well, people are talking about this. The second major winter storm in a week is headed for the East Coast. It is a weather phenomenon experts are calling January.
All right, it is almost 4:28, almost halfway home in this edition of Metro News Hotline. Thanks so much for tuning in today, folks. Don't forget, Beer Friday's coming up in about 5 minutes with Pat Strader. You got a question about beer or the craft beer industry? Send me a text on that. 304-TALK 304, 304-8255 304. Time now for Talkin' TV and more. Here are the latest entertainment headlines from ABC.
ABC Entertainment News.
Kendrick Lamar is the leading nominee at Sunday night's Grammy Awards. The show on CBS and Paramount Plus will include a tribute to the late Ozzy Osbourne, plus performances from Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, Olivia Dean, and more. In 2027, the Grammys will move to ABC. Fans in the Beatles' hometown of Liverpool, England, got the first look at images from director Sam Mendes' upcoming films about the Fab Four. Postcards showing Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Harris Dickinson as John Lennon, Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr, and Joseph Quinn as George Harrison were hidden around the campus of the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts, founded by McCartney himself. The four Beatles films hit theaters in 2028.
Love you all. No.
It's time to say goodbye to the time travel romance Outlander. A new trailer for the 8th and final season of the series teases the emotional conclusion to Jamie and Claire's love story. The new season premieres March 6th on Starz. And Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Phil Collins is 75 today. Andrea Dresdale, ABC News.
Andrea, thanks. We'll take a break here for local news at the bottom of the hour because, well, that's kind of what we do here. When we come back, it'll be time for Beer Friday. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. The State Public Service Commission is today receiving the official filing for the Morrow Transmission Line project from developers. The 107-mile line is proposed to enter West Virginia near Morgantown and travel east toward Maryland. Next Era Energy Transmission Senior Director of Development, Caitlin McCormick, says Next Era has been open to the public about their plan and will continue to be.
Provide those opportunities and touch points through open houses and some online surveys, as well as our continuous access by the hotline and email for the public, and that will continue.
McCormick says the proposed route is the same as released last fall. It will take several months for the PSC to make a decision on that project. Large sheets of ice and lots of snow being cleared from a few thousand school buses in West Virginia, hoping to get back on the road next week after a full week for students off this week after last weekend's storm. State Director of School Transportation Jimmy Lacey says workers have been on ladders getting the ice off and checking out bus turnarounds.
Trying to get all the snow off the top of the roofs and the ice so it's safe to be on the roads. Try to make sure that our turnarounds are accessible and that the drivers can get in and out of those.
National Weather Service meteorologist Simone Lewis says we have the opportunity early next week for warmer temperatures.
We're looking at a much better chance for a significant portion of the state to get above freezing or right around that freezing mark.
You're listening to Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Hi, I'm Eli Henthorne, project surveyor at CEC. Starting my career at CEC was the best decision I ever made. I wanted to explore new areas in land surveying, and CEC offered just that. I've grown so much serving diverse markets and rapidly advancing my career, and it's more than just work. CEC is like family, supporting me every step of the way. CEC is where your career takes flight. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
Metallurgical coal builds the world, and the Met Coal Producers Association is the network that makes it possible. The MCPA unites America's met coal producers, giving members a powerful voice in policy, partnership, and progress. Producers, suppliers, and innovators come together here to build relationships, drive growth, and strengthen our industry. Join today. Visit metcoal.com. Met Coal makes it possible. MCPA makes it personal.
State Fire Marshal Ken Tyree says these frigid temperatures can be dangerous, especially when you try to heat your home in a way you wouldn't usually.
Sub-zero temperatures, so you really, we just have to be vigilant and observant and mindful of that.
Tyree says we should have carbon monoxide alarms in our homes. The State Fire Marshal's office is reporting 2 fire deaths in the last 24 hours. A 29-year-old man died in Ohio County, a 62-year-old man in Wood County. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
All right, welcome back to the show. Pat Strader, Beer Friday. Already got a couple of comments, questions for Pat. You can jump in there, too, if you got a question about beer or the craft beer industry in our state. 304-TALK 304, that's the text line, 304-8255-304. Matt, do we have the beer music?
Oh, yeah, we do.
All right, let's hit it. Let's see if I can take this bad boy right up to the post. Here we go, Pat Strader, Beer Friday, coming up in a matter of seconds. You don't want to miss it.
No, we ain't no PhDs, but there's one thing that's for sure. When the whistle blows, everybody knows it's beer o'clock.
Beer o'clock.
I just can't wait.
Beer o'clock.
I don't want to be late.
Beer o'clock.
You know I worked all day for
Beer o'clock.
You know, quitting time around here is beer o'clock.
All right, there you go. We are officially underway with yet another episode of Beer Friday with Pat Strader. Pat, how you doing today, man? Thanks for coming on the show.
I'm doing great, Dave. Happy Beer Friday.
Happy Beer Friday to you as well. Where are you today? Are you at home? Are you in the office? What's the story?
Well, I've been in Charleston this week, but I'm back in sunny Beckley right at the moment, watching the snow starting to fall. So.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Man, how'd you handle the weather? This has been quite the week around here.
It's been crazy. Yeah, it's been very interesting, to say the least.
All right, let's get into the beer. I got a couple of questions for you, but let's get into some of the beer news. What do we know about this Big Timber collaboration with West Virginia State Parks? This sounds like a really great idea.
It is, and we love talking about collaborations, and the state parks have done collaborations with Greenbrier Valley Brewing in the past, and they've done some other things. But Big Timber has released a new hazy IPA. This again is in collaboration with the West Virginia State Parks, and they're calling this Wild and Hazy, a hazy IPA brewed with. They describe it as dank melon and bright citrus with a sweet tangerine finish. The cans are really cool looking. They are available in 4-packs. And just keep an eye out for them. They will be making their way across the state very, very soon.
I got to tell you, we love all our local manufacturers equally.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you that I am really digging this can. This is really, really a nice can. It's got the state park logo, and it's got the state on it. This might be the kind that, here's the thing. You'll buy one of these and you'll think, I'm not going to open this one. And then you'll eventually open it. But that's really a sharp can.
It is. It's great. And, the West Virginia State Parks, now full disclosure, I've worked with them, but man, state parks, we're very fortunate here in West Virginia, and I love to see these types of collaborations to help get the word out to other people.
There you go. Good work, Big Timber, and it's right there at 2 Davis Ave, right there in Elkins, and we got a lot of listeners over there in Elkins, and we got a lot of listeners over in Elkins who love Beer Friday, Pat. So let's keep this cranking. Tell me about the Mandela effect. What's this about?
Yeah. Well, this is a brand new IPA from Weathered Ground. This is another hazy IPA. Clocks in at about 6.3% if they have it listed here. And this one is really interesting in that it uses Nelson Sauvin hops, okay? And this particular type of hop, it kind of imparts this like white grape characteristic, if you will. And that's actually how they describe it, Dave, is a white grape character in an IPA. It says it plays tricks on your taste memory. So, this is one that I haven't really seen this hop used in hazy, that often. So this is pretty unique. And, talk about can art. This one's another good one, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely is. Man, I tell you what, I've got to get over there and get to Coolidge and get some of the food, too.
Yes.
The food is supposedly really, really good there. 2027 Flat Top Road right there in Cool Ridge. And I'm sure it's pretty cool. It was probably pretty cool this week. No doubt.
Yes, it was.
No doubt about that. All right. Amani has got a new offering. Let's talk about that. Then I got a couple of listener questions for you.
Okay, sure. So Amani has released a new Kolsch, and this is part of a series, and this is the winter release of this one, and they call this one Ridgeline, and I love this. I always love the sense of place when the breweries take that into account. And they say this winter release honors the ancient Appalachian ridges that have guided rivers, travelers, and communities. So really cool. A Kolsch is typically something that, a lot of folks would lean towards in the summer because it's very light. It's refreshing, if you will. But this looks really great. It clocks in at 5%, so it's quite drinkable. And again, another release in this series of Kolsches that they have done at Amani.
All right, Amani, by the way, they got live music there. It's going to be cranking up in less than an hour. Nick Mish will be performing there from 5:30 to 8:30 tonight. So, that might be a good place if you want to stop off on your way home. That's Amani. That's on Rop Drive, over there in the Eastern Panhandle in Martinsburg. I think we've got one more stop to make. Free Folk, what's going on with them? What is Island in the Sky?
Yeah, well, again, another sense of place item here with the name of this beer. And this one, I believe, is also a brand new beer. Island in the Sky, this is an amber ale, and I love this because they say they brewed this beer specifically for our friends at Higher Elevations. And you can catch this beer right now up at Snowshoe. They say that it is heading very soon to the Canadian Valley area, but keep an eye out for it. This is going to be in cans, obviously, and another great example of fantastic can art. But keep your eye out for Island in the Sky. It's an amber ale released from Free Folk.
There you go. Free Folk has got a lot of their stuff going on over there as well. They're on Midland Trail in Hyco, and they got trivia nights. They do a whole bunch of stuff over there, so that's a good place to stop as well. Oh, okay. I had a listener who wanted to know, and I'm kind of interested in this too, 304-590. Dave, please ask Pat about what's going on with the new brew pub that's on Hale Street here in Charleston. It's going to be in the old Strand location. Now, we've known that for a few months. You know anything about their progress over there?
Yeah, well, and that's a great question. Yeah, we've talked about them just recently. They had made some progress, but the last time I checked, and I'll check in on this to see if there is a date.
Okay.
That is going to be Ursus Brewing.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be right there on Hale Street. Really excited to have yet another brewery in Charleston. So thanks for the question. I will do a little more digging and see what I can find out.
Sounds good. All right, Pat, I can't, we can't do a segment without me asking you a couple of questions about the smoker. All right. So, So when the weather is the way it was early this week with like freezing rain, ice rain, where's the smoker? I mean, is it in your garage? You don't keep that thing out 24/7, do you?
Well, I keep it covered, but yeah.
Yeah, you keep it covered.
Keep it out. Yep. Yeah. But, I do make my way out there, even in the snow. My neighbors think I am crazy. But you know what? It's kind of nice having some barbecue and watching it snow.
Get out of town. So were you out there working with the smoker this week?
Well, I was last weekend. I did some burnt ends, and I actually, Dave, I'm going to bring you one of these because it turned out really good.
Okay.
I actually made like kind of a version of a McRib with the burnt ends. And used some of my dad's pickles as well.
So let me get this straight. So last weekend, when the local news was basically saying that the world was ending, your wife let you go out to the garage and fire up the smoker for burnt ends, and she was cool with that?
Yeah, she likes the burnt ends too, Dave, and we've been married 24 years now, so she's kind of used to my shtick, if you will.
Hey, man, dude, she's a keeper. That is awesome. All right, what's in your hand, or what will be there soon?
You know what? I picked up a couple of cans from Fife yesterday. I've got several different kinds down there, and I'm going to go and just sit and watch it snow.
Hey, man, when you roll into Fife, are you like a traveling celebrity? Do they recognize you when you go to these places?
No, that doesn't happen very often. Now, I've had that happen to me going through TSA at the airport.
Nice.
One time, this was years and years ago, Dave, I was at Sierra Nevada Brewing in North Carolina, and people came up to me and they were like, "We heard you say that you were here." So you had some listeners down there as well, Dave.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, Pat, I love this segment. So have a great week. We'll talk more about beer and the craft beer industry on our show next Friday at 4:33. Have a great week.
Thanks for having me, Dave, and happy Beer Friday.
Happy Beer Friday. Matt, I mean, the ice storm was like, centering in on Beckley, and he was like, one more. These beef tips, I've got to take care of these things.
I just like how his wife had the ulterior motive there because she
loves
benefits.
It. Oh, man.
That's good stuff.
I tell you, my wife loves the pickles his dad makes. Oh, they are delicious. They are fantastic.
That's a McRib I might try.
Yeah.
I might try his.
Pat's the best. He is absolutely the best. Hey, thanks to everybody who sent stuff in. That's one of our favorite segments to do. Beer Friday, they've been Pat and I have been doing that for years, and we really enjoy it. Hey, I didn't get a chance to update our question today. Let me do a quick reset on that before we have to take a break. So there's a new poll that found that 60% of drivers consider their cars to be part of the family. 56%, a little more than half of the owners, name their vehicles. So the hotline question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. Do you have a nickname for your car? And if so, how did your car get that nickname? We want your stories, and we got a few. We got a few in the hopper, but we could use some more. So send those in. Do you have a nickname for your car? If so, how did your car get that nickname? 304-TALK, 304-8255, 304. And I'm on X too, at Weekly, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y, one word, 3 E's, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y. We're busy in the 5 o'clock hour too today. Brad Howe from Sportsline is going to drop by. Man, is it time to start thinking about WVU and the conversation for a trip back to the NCAA tournament? Is that too optimistic? I mean, West Virginia's going to be favored tomorrow to beat Baylor. Baylor's won only one of their first 8 games in the Big 12. If West Virginia wins that game, they're going to be 6-3 in conference games and arguably the toughest league in the country. That probably merits some consideration for postseason play, doesn't it? We'll talk about that with Brad. We'll keep him around for in or out. That's at 5:25. Aristotle Jones. Sounds Good, West Virginia, where we talk about musical talent in our state that needs more attention and the places where you can go in West Virginia to hear live music. We'll do that. That's coming up in about 45 minutes or so. And in less than an hour, Jeff Jenkins will drop by and give us an update on what's happening at the West Virginia legislature with the latest edition of the Capitol Report. But we need a break. We're coming back with we'll crack open the On the State file in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Eli Henthorn, project surveyor at CEC. Starting my career at CEC was the best decision I ever made. I wanted to explore new areas in land surveying, and CEC offered just that. I've grown so much serving diverse markets and rapidly advancing my career, and it's more than just work. CEC is like family, supporting me every step of the way. CEC is where your career takes flight. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thorough.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction.
leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia. The High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement, and we craft detailed financial plans for people like you because you're building your retirement your way. You deserve advice that's built to handle what your life brings. To meet with your Stike team advisor, call us at 304-443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
Coming to the Beckley Convention Center, Saturday 23rd and 24th. Who are the toughest men and women in the state of West Virginia? Watch Tough Man live on Metro News Television to find out. Featured fights, top 5 finishes, and event archives. Download Metro News Television on iPhone, iPad, Android, Roku, LG TV, Apple TV, Fire TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Find out more at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
By the Ad Council and Pivotal.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is 10 minutes till the hour. I don't know. Coop's not here, but he's here in spirit, man.
Yeah,
you know?
he is.
I mean, he remoted in twice for the crosstalk and for buy or sell.
I love how you guys have been on the air for like 13 years, and it's the first time that's happened. That was cool.
I know.
It was
It was
good.
interesting. It was interesting. We've had a couple of times. I remember when we had a solar eclipse, Coop reported from the parking lot. You know,
Really?
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. But
And he left you in here, just stuck in here by yourself?
Stuck in here.
Rude.
But that was the first time he'd ever remoted in. You know,
Huh. Yeah, it was
remoted
good.
in.
It was good.
Now I've called in from Florida a few times.
Yeah.
But that's the first time he's ever remoted in. It was fun. Let's get into the On This Date file, and we'll start with the birthdays. Pretty good batch of birthdays today. As always, we'll start with the sports birthdays. Kimo Van Ohoffen from the Bengals. Pretty good player. Hawaii native, 55 years old today. Jalen Rose. One of the Fab Five at Michigan. Played for the Pacers. 53 years old today. How about Curtis Strange? Curtis Strange from the Old Dominion, Norfolk, Virginia. Won back-to-back U.S. Opens, 1988 and 1989. And here he is winning his second U.S. Open in 1989 at Oak Hill in Rochester, New York, becoming the first successful defender of a U.S. Open title since Ben Hogan in 1951.
All right, first bogey of the day, and he's the champion again. Check that scoreboard again. Well, there's no great jubilation yet. He's still a little concerned that perhaps he might have blown it, but I think he's going to be all right. Unless somebody holds their second shot, the 17th and the 18th. A round of 70 for Curtis Strange, even par today. One birdie on 16, one bogey on 18. And the Cool Virginian, I think, is an appropriate name for this man. He's rock solid.
Rock solid indeed. Curtis Strange won the U.S. Open back-to-back years, 88 and 89. 71 years old today. From entertainment, Wilbur Valderrama, Fez from that 70s show. Man, he's been on NCIS now on CBS for years. He is 46 years old today. Christian Bale having a birthday today. Batman Begins, Empire of the Sun, American Psycho, Laurel Canyon, The Dark Knight, on and on and on. 52 years old. Vanessa Redgrave, Mission Impossible, Deep Impact. Mary Queen of Scots, 89 years old today. Olivia Colman, great actress, 52 years old today. Birth anniversaries. Gene Hackman, born on this date in 1930. He died last February at the age of 95. And Davey Johnson, great second baseman for the Orioles, for the Braves. He had that one season for the Braves where he hit 40 home runs. He managed the Mets, the Reds, the O's, the Dodgers, the Nats. He died September last year at the age of 82. On the state from the radio, 1933, The Lone Ranger begins a 21-year run on ABC.
Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past and the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver, the Lone Ranger rides again. Come on, Silver, down the trail, big fellow. I'm Silver!
Yeah, the Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger was on radio before television, the first episode on this date in 1933. And it was on this date in 1969, the Beatles' last live gig, the rooftop concert at Apple Corp in London.
Because you know your mommy doesn't like that. Oh, she gets angry. She's going to have you arrested. Get back. Oh, get back. Oh, yeah. Now get back. Get back. Get back to where you want. Get back. Thanks, Mo.
And our musical birthday to the break, Phil Collins from Genesis and solo projects is 75 today. The 5 things to know at 5 o'clock in sports are coming up next.
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every with you.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
New year, new trucks. Start your year off with a new truck from Dan Cava Toyota World. Now lease a 2025 Tacoma for as low as $299 a month. Save over $7,500 off on select Tundras or get 2.99% for 72 months. It's your last chance to get a gas model 2025 RAV4. Don't miss out. Come experience cars you can count on year after year. Dan Cava, Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the road.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
I have had a complicated relationship with food. My job was to talk to heart failure patients about diet and exercise. I felt like, why would you listen to me? Because I was not following a diet that was healthy for me. I needed help. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 175 pounds. I feel like I'm free. They hold the skill, they hold the tools, and they're waiting for you to come say that you need the help.
Hoka Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Hoka Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Hoka Valley office to apply or call us. Hoka Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
It's high school basketball season, and Metro News Television has you covered. Rivalries, buzzer beaters, classic hardwood competition. Watch live and on demand from gyms across the Mountain State. Stream Metro News Television on your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select smart TVs. Or visit MetroNewsTV.com for more information. High school basketball lives here on Metro News Television.
Sports headlines. Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza from Indiana says he'll attend the scouting combine, but isn't ready to confirm that he'll participate yet. In the Big Ten tonight, 2 teams in the top 7, 3rd-ranked Michigan and 7th-ranked Michigan State will square off in East Lansing. And at the Farmers PGA event in California, Justin Rose is on the course. He's at 15 under par through 16 holes in the second round. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Lost him. And you know what? It was just about to get good, too. It was just getting good. We lost
Should
him.
we take the break and maybe he'll call back? I don't know.
You know what? We can take the break, and we can see if Ethan can reconnect with him, because I want to hear where he goes with that answer. I don't know. CJ, I'm just saying, we just started bringing up some deep stuff, and then it gets cut off. Is the Illuminati listening to the show? Just saying.
Welcome back to the show. 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
That's it. I'm going home.
Dang, man.
See ya.
I wouldn't even be on the air on any of our stations before 8 o'clock. I don't know where that came from. Reading, it's hard.
Well, I think when you have a I'll say in all candor, when you're in a foreign country and a monkey in a diaper sitting on your head, you're asking for trouble.
Discussion can end there. That's right. It's a definitive statement on the issue. Now we move on.
So how many times have you thought about that was a bad idea that I had a monkey on my head since you had the monkey on your head?
Every time I go visit Dr. Pellegrino, my personal doctor. Do you know what it's like to tell your doctor that?
Well, yeah, Doc, I also had a monkey. Excuse me? Had a monkey on my head with a diaper on. I bet you that's the first time Dr. Ron has ever heard that one. He's probably heard a lot of things.
He's heard a lot. Yeah, Dr. Ron has.
He's one of the great West Virginians. He's up there from the Northern Panhandle.
He's awesome.
Tremendous. Yeah, Dr. Ron. Good dude.
We were talking in my office a little earlier, and a phrase that Ryan used that I was really kind of gobsmacked over. He started a sentence with me. He said, "We were watching football on Thursday."
I know, he did the same thing to me. He did this. Is this like Earth 2?
I said, what?
He came back and started telling me about the Cowboys and the Chiefs game.
know,
You were watching the Lions game on Thanksgiving Day.
Well,
what happened? What happened to our little Ryan?
Well, when my Uncle Bill and my Uncle Chris asked if I want to watch football with them, I don't say no.
Okay.
So, because I'm not a recluse anymore.
So if you have uncles that are big sports fans, do you get some creds? Are you like, hey, I'm actually kind of sports show, syndicated?
Well, I don't.
Statewide.
Well, I don't want this to be a sports show.
Second game this season that Honors had 8 threes. Second time he's had 8 threes, and his coach has pulled him out with over 4 minutes to go.
You're up 40.
Yeah, but coach just does not want to see him get that record.
There may have been a discussion about that on exactly where he was in the number.
Did you let him know this time?
But there was a discussion about where he was with the number. But at the end of the day, Ross decided the juice not worth the squeeze there. With 3.5 minutes left is when he pulled him out after the timeout there. And that's a guy with a lot of minutes on his in his body. You need to rest him. But 2 out of 11, you got to think maybe he's going to approach that again. Here's what's wild. In those 2 games where he's just been one off of Alex Ruoff's record, he's now a combined 16 of 20 from 3 in those 2 games. So he didn't just make 8 threes, guys. He was 8 of 11 last night. He was 8 of 9 when he did it before, 16 of 20 combined in those 2 games.
Across this great state of West Virginia, welcome in high school game nights. I chuckle a little bit, folks, because it said early edition.
As compared to the
Only
rest
edition.
of the edition, yeah.
Yeah. Tonight is going to be interesting, to say the least.
10 seconds remaining.
Going to be a direct snap here.
Snap back. It's Tyler. Tyler fakes the run. He throws. He's got an open man. Pass top 10. 5. End zone. It's a touchdown. Pulled in by Nestor. 3 seconds left.
Are you kidding me with the play call right there by Kevin Whiteman? Again, forget the game-winning field goal. Whiteman says, we're going to try and win this thing right now. The direct snap to Tyler sucked everybody up, and Nestor slips behind. What an unbelievable gutsy play call, and then perfect execution by these Falcons.
You had a moment of clarity about when it all started to make sense for you?
It did, because I didn't want to be a filmmaker growing up. I didn't even know what filmmaking was growing up. I used to watch Oprah and Katie Couric, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be you. And I worked at West Virginia University's radio station, had a very thick accent. People would call in and make fun of me. And so I asked my roommates, my college roommates who were from Baltimore, to teach me how to talk differently. Really? Yeah. And it's a loss, I feel, from that. And it's probably one of the reasons why I love documenting people that are authentic. Like, I don't know if I'm authentic, but I think the people I find are very authentically who they are, and that's what draws me to them.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right, welcome back to the show. And it is 5:06 in West Virginia. Time to start the third and final hour of our program today, Metro News Hotline. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Brad Howe from Sportsline is going to be here. We're going to play in or out. Well, Aristotle Jones as well, but let's get into the fanfare.
Loco, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. I love you, Red Soul. Somebody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance. It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Enough is enough! I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane!
All right, there you go. That makes it official. The weekend is underway in West Virginia. Man, and after the weather earlier this week, not a moment too soon. Matt, is it my imagination, or has this been like the longest week?
This has been the longest month this week.
It's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Oh, we're you know what? We've got some time to spend together. We'll get through this through this hour, and then we'll hand off the sports line. So we'll talk to Brad Howe here in just a second. I got a bunch of questions for him regarding WVU basketball, travel, other stuff. We'll get into that. Let me do a quick reset on our question of the day. We've had a bunch of responses to this. A new poll found that 60% of drivers consider their cars to be part of the family. 56% of owners name their vehicles. So the hotline question of the day is this: do you have a nickname for your car? If so, how did your car get that nickname? Do you have a nickname for your car? If so, how did your car get that nickname? I had one other nugget about this question of the day that really, we talked about it just briefly in the 3 o'clock hour, but I thought this was really, really sort of interesting and sort of in terms of this data. The survey also found that 40% of drivers regularly talk to their cars, speaking to their cars about 13 times a week. And 23% of car owners have guilt if they're driving a car that isn't their regular vehicle. That's pretty crazy. 1 in 4 feel guilty about, sorry, big guy, I got to leave you in the garage. I've got to take the company vehicle to bug tussle or whatever.
Well,
that's crazy, right?
Now, you have been known to drive your wife's vehicle from time to time.
Yeah.
Do you carry this guilt?
No, not at all.
Huh.
Not at all.
I don't either. A car's a car. I do talk to them.
Yeah.
But I talk to myself. So.
Actually, I consider both our cars like her cars.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. Whatever she wants. But the question of the day is, do you have a nickname for your car? If so, how did your car get that nickname? Anthony in Clarksburg had a good one. He says, hey, Dave, I got a blue Nissan truck that belonged to my late father-in-law, Jay. The truck was named Blue Jay.
Oh,
okay. And for several years, my wife had a black Honda Odyssey that I called the hearse.
Oh.
Nice.
Yikes.
Nice. We got a bunch of text messages, too, so send those in. We want your car stories. All right, let me bring Brad Howe from Sportsline into the mix. I got a lot of stuff I want to talk to Brad about. Brad, how you doing today?
Hello, Dave. Doing great, thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show. I have to say, I want to start. We'll talk about Baylor in a minute.
Okay.
But I want to talk a little bit about last weekend's game at Arizona, first of all. Planes, trains, and automobiles. What was it like when you guys were done in Tucson and you were trying to get back to West Virginia? I mean, did you guys have any problems traveling? Did you have to stay over? What was the story on that?
Yeah, just a little bit delayed. And again, there's worse places in the world to be delayed than in Arizona. And so the game ended, and we just went back to the hotel for a little bit, ate, hung out there, and then boarded the plane and flew home. And we were pretty fortunate. Even though we were back a couple hours later than we were scheduled to, we made it in just in time. The storm had started, but it was still fine and passable, and we got from the airport to the practice facility, and everybody made it safely home, so we were good.
So that's good. So when you arrived, when you flew back into Bridgeport, what time did you get there?
Oh, probably midnight-ish, I think, because I got home a little after 1, so it wasn't too bad.
That's not so bad. And so you guys, when you're traveling as a team together, you're on the team bus? Or do you have your own car?
No, team bus for most. Some drive to the airport down there, but the rest of us are just get on the bus and then you just drive back to the basketball practice facility and load up there. And again, we were really lucky because we played that early game. Cincinnati played Arizona State late, 10 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock out there, and they got stuck, so they didn't get back till Monday evening.
I want to ask you also about Arizona. I mean, now that you've seen them up close, and West Virginia really doesn't have a lot of history with Arizona because Arizona's a relatively new team in the Big 12. But man, watching that game, I don't want to take too much away from it, but Arizona looks like the kind of team that could potentially win a national title.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're very good, and I think it mostly comes on the offensive end, and the challenge you have with them is it's every guy can beat you. And so I've said this many times, including during the game, and I know it's hard to understand sometimes when you get beat by 30 what I'm about to say, but West Virginia actually got a ton of shots, especially in the first half, got the ones they wanted, and defensively executed the game plan that they wanted, and that was to try and close the lane. That's the biggest thing when you play them. Their size is unbelievable. unbelievable. 7th tallest team in the NCAA. Krivas in the middle at 7'2" is just outstanding and creates so many problems. It's hard to get close to the basket on them. You saw that against BYU when A.J. Debonsa struggled. He hasn't struggled against anybody. So their length is a real problem. But then offensively, it's just pick your poison. West Virginia wanted to close the lane and said to them, that was Arizona was dead last in the Big 12 in three-point field goal attempts coming into the game. So they said, all right, if you're going to beat us, do something that you don't normally do or don't want to do. That's shoot threes. Well, Braden Burries goes out and knocks down all those threes against us, and they shot it really well from distance. And that's the challenge you have. If you close off Krivas and Pete inside, which West Virginia did, they pop it outside. And you saw that against BYU with Bradley and Burries both going bananas. So they've got a bunch of talent. I did think their defense left something to be desired against West Virginia, believe it or not. They didn't seem totally engaged to guard. But against BYU, they cranked that up and showed that they could play some pretty good defense. So, yeah, I have them right near the top of the list of national title contenders.
You know, it was announced earlier this week that WVU's home game with BYU is now sold out. And I was really impressed with the number of fans that got to the arena the other night for the K-State game in the middle of the week.
Yeah, I agree, because that was a tough situation. Early in the week, late start, all of that weather all across the state. So I echo what Ross said right after the game to us. He just thanked everybody for the effort it took to get that game ready. And, Dave, it was also a second snowstorm came through there right before tip-off. So there was people working outside to clear the sidewalks, and then all those folks that made an effort to get there and were really loud and helped win that game late. That got loud in there, even though there weren't a ton of people.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Baylor. What is really happening here? I mean, in terms of conference play, they're off to their worst start in 20 years. This is a program, this is a coaching staff that's won a national championship. They're 1-7 in league play. What is going on with Baylor?
So you think it's hard to restart when you don't have any players returning, Dave? That's hard to do, right? Yeah,
well, it's like Russian roulette for all these coaches, right? You never know if a team's really going to mesh. And, I mean, you take a look at the tradition of Baylor and the guys who are coaching the team. I think this is probably one of the most disappointing teams in the country.
Well, I would agree with that, but they were probably overhyped to begin with, as often happens. It is really hard, and we've seen this year, and I've said this all week, Dave, I think this is probably under-discussed by all of us, the West Virginia situation, 4 coaches, 4 years, 3 brand-new rosters in 3 consecutive years, and so we're kind of used to it. As bizarre as that sounds, we're used to it, so we just pick up, plug and play, and move on, and expect win after win after win after win, and it is hard. It is hard to get teams to mesh. It is hard to get teams to buy into what you're doing, and that's why I think West Virginia's done a great job with Ross Hodge and this particular group of being where they are as we get ready to turn the page to February. I think Baylor's been in the exact opposite part of this. They've been trying to figure out guys. They're adding guys, right? Add James Njai from the NBA in mid-season to try and get some help. Well, that couldn't have helped chemistry. I think the scary thing about them, though, is you go down their list of guys, they still have talent. They have individual talent. They have individual players that will play professionally, whether that's NBA, ultimately G League, or overseas. So they have guys. So I think this is one of those, they are struggling. You look at that record, and I know this sounds like coach speak, but they walk into that Coliseum tomorrow, and given how they've been pretty dominant in this series as of late, I think if you're West Virginia, you have to be on high alert tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, Baylor has beaten West Virginia 7 straight times. And you brought up Njai. I mean, that story made national headlines. But it hasn't been a situation where he's really brought like a ton of production. I mean, he's only playing, like 10 minutes a game, and he's getting a bucket a game. He's really not been a factor.
Yeah, because Dave, as we've seen, it is hard to step right in, right? You haven't been part of the team. You haven't been practicing. You haven't learned their offense. You haven't learned their defense. And you're not just rolling out balls in college athletics. So it's just like part of what West Virginia went through earlier in the year for different reasons, as different guys were getting plugged back in the lineup when Chance Moore came back and Jackson Fields came back for a little bit. So that's hard to do. I think we underestimate the importance of continuity and being together and the practice time and understanding what the system is. And I think Baylor's going through a little bit of that. And they just haven't, Dave. They haven't for a while. They've been a pretty stable franchise. And they've had guys that have returned. And they've had great players. And Scott Drew's a tremendous coach. And I think they've just so far early in the season or halfway through the season, they're trying to find their way. And they just haven't been able to do it yet, number one. And number two, it speaks to this league. There's just no automatic wins in this league. And I know, again, that sounds like coach speak, but that's true. You can look up and down the results every night. When these games play, there is no guarantee, and we see teams get beat that you don't think are going to lose. Happens all the time.
Got about 90 seconds here, but I did want to just get your take on this. I mean, I don't want to get out over my skis here, but West Virginia may not have any real quality non-conference wins, but if they beat Baylor tomorrow, they're like 6-3 in arguably the best league in the country. Is it time to start lumping West Virginia into this group of teams we're discussing for possible at-large bids to the NCAA tournament?
There's only 3 teams in the league right now with more conference wins than West Virginia. How about that for a stat?
There you go.
Yeah, so tomorrow's an important game. Got to keep protecting home court. I think that's a remarkable stat that West Virginia has the second longest home winning streak in the Big 12. Think of how good this league is. We just talked about multiple national title contenders, and West Virginia's right there with the second longest home winning streak behind Houston. So I think it's been remarkable so far. I think you're probably a little bit early to start talking about NCAA tournament, but I know that's what we do. In fact, we talked about that on Ross's radio show last night. Everybody gets it that that's what we do in this business, is start to project ahead. I think you're still early on that for West Virginia, but I do think if you're WVU, you've weathered that storm of those 3 national title contenders in your first 6 conference games, and now you just try and take it and march ahead, try and get the Baylor win. Then you're going to go on the road to Cincinnati. That's a winnable game, albeit one I'll admit, Dave, I was hoping Cincinnati had laid down by now. I was hoping that win over them here in Morgantown started their demise. Well, it hasn't. They're not going anywhere, and they're playing their best ball of the year. But those are games now you start to look at and say, all right, let's just keep stacking these and see where we end up.
Yeah, that Cincinnati's an interesting situation. They've got supposedly like a $10 million roster. Hey, let's take a quick break. We'll play in or out in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Hotline with Dave Weekly will return on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
No young person should ever
Panhandle Cleaning Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Steig Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement. We believe retirement starts with a plan. Saving for college starts with a plan. Your legacy starts with a plan. Do you have the right plan? Call our team at 304-443-4240 or email steig-info@wealthenhancement.com.
New year, new trucks. Start your year off with a new truck from Dan Calva Toyota World. Now lease a 2025 Tacoma for as low as $299 a month. Save over $7,500 off on select Tundras or get 2.99% for 72 months. It's your last chance to get a gas model 2025 RAV4. Don't miss out. Come experience cars you can count on year after year. Dan Calva Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the road.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
I have had a complicated relationship with food. My job was to talk to heart failure patients about diet and exercise. I felt like, why would you listen to me? Because I was not following a diet that was healthy for me. I needed help. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 175 pounds. I feel like I'm free. They hold the skill, they hold the tools, and they're waiting for you to come say that you need the help.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
All right, welcome back. 23 minutes till the hour. Time to play a little bit of in or out. And don't forget, Aristotle Jones coming up in about 10 minutes. Yeah, man, let's play some in or out. Every day at this time, we focus on the stuff you talk about at the office. We call it, ironically enough, in or out. The setup is simple. 3 categories: food or beverage, gut reaction. Finally, this one's about a celebrity. The topics of which change daily. Let's get started with food or beverage. It's a 3-man weave today. Matt subbing in for Coop. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hot Honey takes the spotlight at McDonald's with the launch of its new Hot Honey lineup, including a variety of sandwiches and a snack wrap featuring the brand's new Hot Honey sauce, available at participating locations for a limited time. Here are the Hot Honey menu items: Hot Honey sausage eggs biscuit, Bacon Hot Honey McCrispy sandwich, the McCrispy sandwich without the bacon, a Hot Honey snack wrap, and just the side, a Hot Honey sauce dip cup. Hot Honey lineup at McDonald's, in or out?
My question is always, is the honey served hot, or does it have spice in it?
I think it has hot spice in it.
Okay. See, if it's just served hot, it'd be okay. Now, here's the thing. I'm a mark for McDonald's breakfast.
Okay.
So I would definitely give this a shot. So on that, I will be slightly in, like one toe.
All right. Sausage eggs biscuit, 17 grams of protein, includes pork sausage patty, folded egg on a biscuit, finished with hot honey sauce.
Okay.
I'm guessing the sauce is probably warm. But it is spicy.
Warm and spicy.
Man, I don't know where. Brad's he's usually in on the food items. By the way, Brad, did you get the word that I said you would probably eat the handheld pot pie at KFC? Did Tony tell you about that?
No.
Okay, I predicted that Tony would not eat it, but that you would.
That's a safe bet, and I assume he was out. I would be in on the handheld.
I know my guests. Okay,
you do.
So what are your thoughts here? McDonald's Hot Honey lineup, in or out?
Yeah, it wouldn't be my go-to to McDonald's. My problem is in these things, I have go-tos at these places if I'm going there, and getting me off my routine is difficult. However, I do like spicy, so if we're going spicy on this, I'm kind of with Matt. What'd you do, Matt? 2 toes?
Like one and a half toes.
All right, I'll go all 5. I'll go 1 foot in. Count me in on this, Dave.
Yeah, you know what? That sausage eggs biscuit sounds pretty good. I'm going to be in on that. I'm going to be in on the hot honey thing. All right, gut reaction. Here's a Maryland couple that used ChatGPT to name their baby. Sarah and Stephen Winkler turned to artificial intelligence to help name their newborn son, one of Carroll County, Maryland's first babies of the year. The couple used ChatGPT to find the boy names that paired well with their last name, Winkler, and they ultimately selected Hudson Winkler. That's actually pretty good, right? So using ChatGPT to name your baby, in or out?
Look, I like the idea of this. I don't like people that are named with 2 last names for a first and last name. But it's a good idea. I could see it. I'm like 3 toes in on this.
All right. Let me give you a little bit more info on this. They used the AI tool to suggest a middle name, which was Oakley. So this
3 last names.
So this youngster's name is
Hudson Oakley Winkler.
Hudson Oakley Winkler.
Oh, that's terrible.
Brad, what are your thoughts on this? Using AI to name your baby.
Well, I'll say this, guys. As someone that is in consultation with my wife, of course, tried to name 2 humans, I found that to be a very stressful process. I think if there's not a family name that's a lock, I think that is really stressful. That's a lot for somebody to carry. That's their whole life, guys. I know you can change it, but that's a lot of pressure. So if you can get some help from AI and give you some suggestions and get those creative juices flowing, I think that's tremendous. I'm 2 feet in and both my hands, Matt. I'm way in on this.
You know what? I'm glad somebody had the right to say that, because that's where I was going with this too. I'm going to be all in on this as well. Finally, this one's about a celebrity. You know, Joe Flacco's 41. He was the starting quarterback for the Browns and the Bengals this year, and now he's going to the Pro Bowl for the very first time, announced today. So Flacco won a Super Bowl, and now going to the Pro Bowl after 40, okay?
Jeez.
Flacco, Joe Flacco, in or out?
What were people doing in like 2012 or 2013 when they were voting for the Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Jeez. No, I think Joe Flacco is absolutely deserving. And I think it's really cool that people recognizing him in probably the end of his career. So I'm in.
You know, how about all the time we spent with that joke, Joe Flacco's elite? Well, now he started for 2 different teams in the same season when he was 41 years old. He's going to the Pro Bowl. What are your thoughts on this, Brad? Joe Flacco.
So first of all, great. Play as long as you can, right? Because your careers are short. Number 2, he had the infinite good sense to leave Pitt.
Well, that's right.
On Joe Flacco.
Flacco started at Pitt, and then he transferred to Delaware. Yeah, I mean, hey, not only did he start for 2 different teams, he started for 2 different teams in the same state, in the same division, and now he's going to the Pro Bowl. Props to him for that. Man, somebody's going to bring him back, right? It's going to come back next year.
Know.
Joe Flacco got to be in. Hey, Brad, thanks for your time today. I do appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, we'll take a break here at the bottom of the hour for local news because, that's what we do here. We'll take a break, and Aristotle Jones is coming up next. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Morgan Pemberton. The West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection responding to a transformer oil spill today at an Appalachian Power substation in Wyoming County. Around 8 this morning, a transformer was observed leaking oil that had escaped the concrete containment pad and entered a reedy branch of a Clear Fork. The department immediately sent out inspection staff who were able to contain most of the material, but some had already went into a nearby stream. Remedial actions to remove the oil are ongoing. DEP inspection staff is currently investigating the spill. Cold weather is going to continue into this weekend, and State Fire Marshal Ken Tyree is urging residents to be careful, especially if they are using an alternative heat source to keep warm. He says people just have to be smart.
We should just be ever vigilant. This is a cold time of the year. It's a cold time of season, and you know, we advocate so much for smoke alarms, but carbon monoxide alarms are no less important and just critical.
Tyree said it's best to turn those heat sources off during the night to prevent fires. And the candidate filing deadline is tomorrow night at midnight. There were some lawmakers who filed today to run for re-election, including Delegate Sean Fluharty and Laura Wakeham Chapman. And a former athlete is also getting into the mix. WVU legend Quincy Wilson filed for a House seat today. You're listening to Metro News. For 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
The Mountain State's premier fishing, hunting, and outdoor sports show returns to Milan Park in Morgantown, March 7th and 8th. Over 100,000 square feet of campers and RVs, boats and ATVs, hunting and fishing supplies, guns, knives, and more. Limited vendor space is now available. To put your products and services in front of over 10,000 outdoor enthusiasts, visit WVOutdoorSportsShow.com. The 24th Annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, presented by Can-Am, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown, a WVRC media event.
School bus drivers and maintenance crews spent today cleaning off thick layers of ice and snow from the tops of buses from last weekend's snow. State Director of School Transportation Jimmy Lacey says flying ice can be dangerous.
see a lot of tractor trailers after storms. You see it flying off of the top of them and landing on top of cars, and it can go through their windshields.
The cleanup comes as county school systems hope to have kids back in the classroom on Monday after they missed this week due to the ice and snow on the roads. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Morgan Pemberton.
The Library of Congress invites you to visit the revamped Veterans History Project website, where firsthand accounts shared by U.S. military veterans are accessible to the public. Performing a search of the collection is easy. First, go to loc.gov/vets. Click Explore the Collections. Scroll down to Search the VHP Collections and click. Make sure you're searching this collection, and with simple keywords, you can find what you're looking for. Visit loc.gov/vets today.
All right, welcome back to the show. Oh, man, Aristotle Jones coming up with Sounds Good West Virginia here in just a sec. Also, we are just minutes away from the Capitol Report. Jeff Jenkins will have the latest on what's going on at the West Virginia legislature. Let me do a quick reset on our question of the day, and if we have a little bit more time near the end of the half hour, we'll get some of your responses in. New poll has found that 60% of drivers consider their cars to be part of the family. 56% of owners name their vehicles. So the Salango Law Question of the day is this: do you have a nickname for your car? If so, how did your car get that nickname? Do you have a nickname for your car? And if so, how did your car get that nickname? Send those in. Text them in. 304-TALK, 304, 304-8255, 304. I'm on X2 at Weekly, WEEKLEY. All right. Matt, you ready to go? You've been limbering up in there?
You know, been a little under the weather this week.
But you had a lot of music education, Marshall. So here we go. Let's hit the open.
Virginia.
Oh yeah, man, that's good. That's good stuff. Knows how Aristotle gets in there first.
Yeah,
that's a sign of a professional right there. Professional broadcaster, professional performer.
He ain't scared.
He ain't scared of nothing.
You guys are too kind.
Aristotle Jones, Sounds Good West Virginia, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I will say this time last week I was in Los Angeles, California at NAM conference, so I couldn't be on air, but it was sunny and 75, and it was wonderful. And then I got to fly home and spend the night in O'Hare Airport on my way back to West Virginia. And I'm just enjoying this Arctic blast we're getting. It's refreshing. It's like eating a wintergreen candy.
Yeah, refreshing. Yeah, that's one word for it. All right. In this segment, we like to talk about musical talent in our state that needs more attention and the venues where they can go hear live music. And let's go ahead and start with what's going on at Chestnut Ridge Park.
Well, looking forward to the thaw that comes along with summer. Chestnut Ridge Park has announced their summer concert series. Now, if you go just past Morgantown, up the hill towards Cooper's Rock, and then you turn to the other direction, you're going to end up at the Chestnut Ridge Campground and Park, where during the summer they do all kinds of fun stuff, and there's sledding and everything during the winter time. But Montague County Parks and Recreation, they do a summer concert series, and they just announced their lineup. So every Saturday in the summertime, it's $5, and you can pull out a blanket, bring your lawn chair, and enjoy great music. And a lot of the bands that we've had here on Sounds Good West Virginia will be participating, like Tom Batchelor Band, Optimus Riff, Dead Already, a Grateful Dead tribute, Megan Jane's Secret Family, Weary Space Wanderer, Meadow Run, Soup Camel, and the Halftime String Band. Just to mention a few, you can find out more information about that on the MonCountyParks.com website.
Oh, that's really, really, you're right. I mean, a lot of these bands we've featured in this segment, those are some recognizable names. That's really, really cool. All right,
to see them out live, you can too.
Yeah, that is going to be Chestnut Ridge Park, Morgantown, Brewston Mills. All right, let's talk about our best sound of the week. Oh, man, Wally Ford, West Virginia. Let's get into this.
What you know about Wally Ford, West Virginia, coming out hot out of there is CeCe Nichols. If you're not familiar with where it is, it's kind of in that knuckle of like right where Maryland and Pennsylvania and West Virginia come together.
Right.
And leads into the Potomac there. You know, like it's an interesting place. But a really great artist is coming out of there that blends sounds like Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen is C.C. Nichols. And he has a folk rock album that he just put out where he likes to talk about his town and his upbringing and like kind of what it was like growing up there in that part of West Virginia. So I thought we would play a song now, a little bit about this song. 2 young men died in a tragic drowning accident in the Potomac River, and it really devastated the town. I believe it was in the 80s. So he wrote a song called Hell on the Potomac about how that really affected the town. So I thought we'd play it for people today.
All right, here we go. C.C. Nichols. Man, I'm hearing a little bit of an influence of Steve Earle in there. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, good call there, too. He's really inspired by the old-time music scene, but he likes to blend it with the rock. And the best part about C.C. Nichols is he's also an author, and he just published his first book, and it's all about getting over that imposter syndrome. So if anybody kind of wants to feel what it's like to be a rock star and go through the process, he wrote a book, and it's called, guess what it's called?
What?
It's called I Can't Believe They Let Me In. So check that one out by C.C. Nichols, and check out his new album, Hell on the Potomac.
All right. Cool concert coming up. That's going to be happening just a few blocks from our location here on Virginia Street. What's going on at the Clay Center?
At the Clay Center on February 28th at 7:30, you can go see Harmonies of Hope. It's got an incredible lineup featuring Tommy Prine, John Ingram Band, Philip Bowen, the Local Honeys, Rory Isaacs, Leah Cook, Brian Roberts, and the Woodbine. And it's a night you don't want to miss. What's really amazing about this concert is proceeds from Harmonies for Hope go to support the mission for recovery at Recovery Point, West Virginia, providing hope and healing to individuals and families impacted by addiction. You can find more about all of that and get tickets at theclaycenter.org, and they're going fast, so you want to make sure you get your tickets now. And I had a chance to do a concert with this next band we're going to play a little bit earlier, back in the summer, and they're fantastic. You want to check them out. So here's Sorry You're Sick by the Local Honeys.
Good morning, my darling. I'm telling you this to let you know that I'm sorry you're sick. Though tears of sorrow won't do you no good. I'd be your doctor if only I could. What do you want from the liquor store? Something sour, something sweet. I'd buy you all the belly can hold. You can be sure you won't suffer no more. Odds from the ocean or the deepest canal to get to you, darling, just to wish you well.
All right, there you go. The Local Honey, Sorry You're Sick. And that's going to be part of the cool concert coming up, Harmonies for Hope at the Clay Center here in Charleston, February 28th, 7:30 start time. Hey, Aristotle, great stuff, man. As always, good to talk to you. I missed you last Friday. Good to get to spend some time with you. We'll do this again next week.
Hey, and don't forget to check out Sounds Good to Me, brand new episode. I'm actually talking to C.C. Nichols about his new book and his new album. So, hey, great to tune in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. here in Charleston and across the state at 9 a.m. So I think you'll enjoy it.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it. Aristotle Jones, Sounds Good, West Virginia. All right, let's do a 180-degree turn here. Let's turn this boat around and get into the water of politics briefly with Jeff Jenkins. Here's what's going on with the West Virginia situation at the Capitol. Here's the Capitol report for today.
This is the Metro News Capitol Report, brought to you by AARP West Virginia. AARP is your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State. Connect on social media at AARP West Virginia and learn more at aarp.org/WV. Today's report in 60 seconds.
AARP is your wise friend and fierce defender as you age. Life changes fast, and so do the challenges. Scams are getting more sophisticated, and caring for loved ones can feel overwhelming. That's why AARP is here. We're working to help you protect your hard-earned money, sharing tips and tools to help you spot frauds and scams. Every day we're supporting family caregivers and fighting for things like expanded, affordable, high-speed internet service and ensuring access to home and community-based services that are so critical to family caregivers. With 250,000 members in communities throughout the Mountain State, AARP is your trusted advocate at the state capitol and beyond, fighting for policies that make life better for older adults and their families. Everyone in the Mountain State needs someone in their corner. That someone is AARP. For more information, connect with us on social media at AARP West Virginia or find us online at aarp.org/WV.
The deadline to file as a candidate for the 2026 election is tomorrow night at midnight. And there was some action today at the Secretary of State's office at the state capitol. Longtime House of Delegates member Sean Fluharty of Ohio County has filed to run for state senate in the Northern Panhandle.
Let's get to work and work on real issues for real people. I'm just tired of seeing these far just off their fringe agendas. And people, you talk to them, they talk about real issues, and they're all in the middle. They're not on this fringe. So we get quick governing from the fringe, and I look forward to that Senate race.
A win by Fluharty in the primary could match him against incumbent GOP Senator Laura Wacom Chapman, who has filed for re-election. But Chapman also has a primary opponent. Metro News statewide correspondent Brad McElhaney says someone else filed in office today that many football fans know.
WVU legend Quincy Wilson has filed for a House seat that filed as a Democrat, and that is one currently held by the House Majority Leader, Republican Pat McGeehan.
Secretary of State's office at the state capitol will be open until midnight tomorrow night, along with satellite offices in Clarksburg and Martinsburg. The primary election is May 12th here in West Virginia. Coming up soon. I'm Jeff Jenkins on Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Hi, I'm Chris Waddell, Principal and Office Lead for Martinsburg for CEC. After serving in the military, I found my home in Martinsburg. Traveling across the states, I've always wanted to serve my community. At CEC, I get to do just that. Our core values, clients first and we own it, resonate with my mission-driven background. We solve problems by listening and collaborating, and as an employee-owned firm, we take pride in every project that we do. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
Hotline with Dave Weekly will return on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thorough.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement. And we craft detailed financial plans for people like you because you're building your retirement your way. You deserve advice that's built to handle what your life brings. To meet with your Stike team advisor, call us at 304-443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
On the next State of Minds,
people appreciate cool tattoos and they appreciate good tattoos. It's a way to make yourself different.
what do you think would fit me?
I think a ninja. A ninja with two swords.
From 3 to 6 weekdays on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. All right, welcome back. About 10 minutes till the hour. Now, Coop's not here today. He had some stuff he had to take care of at home.
Wonder if he's cooking anything real good right now.
Knowing him, he probably is.
I bet he is.
You know what? When he joined us remotely in the 3 o'clock hour, you know, he's been kind of laying in the weeds all week about this whole Seahawks Super Bowl thing. He's West Virginia's best-known Seahawks fan.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think we're going to start gathering momentum next week as we get a little closer to the game in Santa Clara.
He's going to guilt trip you if not.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah, we were talking earlier this week about, I can ask you this. What do you think? You think we should do like a segment about Super Bowl commercials?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I've had a couple of people reach out to me. They want to come on and talk about it, and I think we'll probably do that.
It bothers me that they release them early now. They never used to do that. You had to watch the game, and then you saw them over and over again after. But now it's like weeks early. It's like, oh, we know who's in it, what it's going to be. It's like, why?
Well, the other thing is you have network television shows that are basically all about the commercials.
Yes.
They would run like on the Thursday or Friday before the Super Bowl Sunday. Mm-hmm. But now you basically know all the commercials. They're all on YouTube if you want to watch them.
I think it's lame.
Yeah, but we'll do a segment on that. Speaking of the Super Bowl, you know, the line really has not moved much on this game at all. Seattle continues to be the favorite over the Patriots by 4.5 points. The total on the game is 45.5. Just a couple of things to keep under your hat. That in the last 24 Super Bowls, that's a pretty good sample size, right? Almost a quarter century of games, 24 Super Bowl games. The underdog is 18-6 against the spread.
Wow.
Okay. So Seahawks win the game, what, 24-20, whatever? You get the Pats, you'll take home the money in that particular series. Underdogs in the series between these two teams. And how many of these games did these players participate in? Probably very few. But the underdog in the series between the Seahawks and the Pats all time, 7-2-1 against the spread, the underdog.
Wow.
So
did you see where now 3 times in a row when we have gotten a new pope, the Seahawks have made it to the Super Bowl?
Now you're talking. You know, there's all kinds of stuff like that. The conference that wins, how it impacts the financial markets the following year or the current year. There's all kinds of trends like that.
Wild.
One other gambling thing. Brandon Lang will join us next Friday, and we'll get his picks on the Super Bowl. But I thought this was pretty interesting. Tonight, college basketball, if you're looking for a game, pretty good game on Fox. 2 teams in the top 7 in the AP square off, and it's a rivalry, man. 3rd-ranked Michigan is in East Lansing to take on 7th-ranked Michigan State tonight. Michigan State right now is a 1.5-point road favorite in the game. The total is 147.5. This is pretty interesting. Right now, Michigan is 0-7 in their last 7 games against the spread.
Wow.
They're third ranked in the country. They've only lost one game. They're 19-1. Despite that, you have to pay a premium if you want to take Michigan. They are 0-7 against the line the last 7 games. So we'll see what happens tonight when they mix it up with Sparty. I have a hard time betting against Tom Izzo at home, So that's the situation there. Let me get a couple of quick responses before we run out of time to our question of the day about the fact that 60% of drivers consider their cars to be part of the family, and 56% of owners, more than half of them, name their cars. So the question of the day was, do you have a nickname for your car? And if so, how did your car get that nickname? Let me get a couple of these responses. Let's see. 580-678. Dave, question of the day. Had a Blazer that drank more beer than we did. We called it the Dragonfly because it was drag up hills and fly down them. The Dragonfly, that's actually a really good name for a car.
Very good.
That is pretty strong. Let's see. 304-481. Hey, Dave, we used to have a Suburban that was red, and our kids called it the Big Red Boat. I can see that.
That's not
wrong.
wrong.
I can see that. And that's the key, right? When the kids nickname the car, it's that forever.
Forever.
That's that forever. A couple more here. Let's see. It's 304-886. Dave, my first Camaro was Chasey Lane, and my current one is Jackson Stormy Daniels. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Well.
All right. I'm glad that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let me get a couple of responses from X. Toddster says, nope, sorry, don't nickname my cars. Well, okay, that's fair. Bananas for WV. Dave, I had a brown Buick in college. We called it the Brown Bomber. I had 3 collisions in it, and it still ran like a top. It was ugly as heck, thus the bomb title.
Everybody has one.
But three wrecks in the same car.
Well,
3 wrecks in the same car.
That's a testament to the quality of the vehicle.
That's right.
Really.
That's right. And just to go back, if you were not listening early in the show, Organized Chaos. Dave, our nickname for our car is the Black Eagle Express. I drive my daughter and some of her teammates from South Charleston High School girls soccer around in it.
Yeah,
the Black Eagle Express. All right, we'll take a break and come back and wrap it up for the day and the week in just a moment.
I was proud to be a soldier.
I told the truth and got kicked out.
And so I thought to myself, I'm taking this rule down.
If you're an LGBTQ+ veteran, your memories are important too. Share your story with the Library of Congress Veterans History Project, where firsthand accounts from U.S. military veterans are preserved and made accessible for researchers and future generations. Visit loc.gov/vets to submit your stories, photographs, and documents today.
Veterans, plan ahead to ensure your loved ones are protected at the end of your life. Include a copy of your discharge papers with your will. Apply for VA life insurance. Write your healthcare decisions in a living will. Review survivor's benefits. Explore VA burial options with a pre-need application. Don't wait. Visit va.gov/plan-ahead to learn more.
What's on your to-do list? Check your mail? Get groceries? How about getting your annual vaccines? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. Because we've got you. With local vaccine events and access to transportation, protecting yourself and your loved ones is not a chore anymore.
You've got this.
A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by U.S. Aging. Funded by the U.S. Administration for Community Living through a grant to U.S. Aging. Learn more at yougotthis.usaging.org.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Discover the WVRC Media app, your gateway to pristine audio for every WVRC radio station across West Virginia. Download it for free from the Apple or Play stores and enjoy the best music, talk, and local news from Beckley to Morgantown, Charleston to Martinsburg. Our stations are locally programmed, delivering the finest music and robust local news and sports coverage. Experience West Virginia radio like never before. The WVRC Media app. We're proud to live here too.
The YMCA is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick below the surface. My why is diversity and unity, a safe space in my community, living with sincerity, giving every day my everything. With my why, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. It's a million faces in a mirror and everyone belongs. Find your why. Learn more at ymca.org for a better us.
West Virginia Outdoors is the Mountain State's only hook and bullet radio show, dedicated to the more than 250,000 hunters and anglers across the state. Award-winning host Chris Lawrence has been tracking down hunting and fishing stories for more than 25 years.
I shot him. He ran over to the edge of the field. He made it about 5-10 yards out of the edge of the field and fell over there.
West Virginia Outdoors covers it all. Saturday mornings at 7:06 a.m. on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
All right, folks, it's been quite the week, and we got through it together, thankfully. That's going to do it for today's show. We thank you so much for listening. Sending your answers to our question of the day and more. Stay tuned for the news at the top of the hour. Sportsline is on the other side. My name's Dave Weekley. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, Monday. Forget tomorrow. I'll be here Monday at 3:06, right here on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.